ただいまの決まり手は浴びせ倒し。
We put the zap back into computers. Sinclair's action pack with light gun.
Friday on CBS.
The story of the bishop, when the sugar is concentrated, it gets to be very heavy. Then you have a legitimate dessert. But otherwise, wines are light. Now, I'm using a cheese that is called double cream, so it's probably 60% butterfat. No, boy. So I shouldn't be talking the way I'm talking, but that's all right. Here's a classic Merlot from California. I'm going to get a glass. This would be good, too. And we'll see what happens. The Merlot grape is a very light grape, and it's used for blending. It originally came from Italy, and it's used for blending with the classic Cabernet Sauvignon, which you know from California. Heavy, heavy grape. But this light one is now being bottled on its own, and it's just great with cheese. Let me try this. What do you do? The cheese first or the wine? How should I know? It's up to you. Okay, that cleanses the palate. The wine has been open for about, I suppose about 45 minutes. So that's about it. You shouldn't let it stay any longer. And try the cheese and the cookie now, the cracker. All right, now I'm going to try the wine again. Remember what I said about cheese making wine taste better? Let's see if it works. And yes, I will tell you the truth. Don't you dare say that. Oh. All right. Three things happened just now, and it'll happen to you. When the wine entered my mouth, first of all, I tasted the cheese, and then the cheese began to disappear. And then secondly, the wine and cheese were blended, and thirdly, the wine appeared. You know what I mean? Now, the second sip, well, you see how much fun you can have with wine and cheese? When you consider history, and consider the fact that we have been living off of yeast, which sounds, I know it's a bacteria and all that sort of thing, but we've been living off of yeast for thousands and thousands of years. We cannot even trace the discovery of wine. We cannot even trace the first loaf of bread. Though everybody's been making bread, everybody's been making wine, and most cultures have been making cheese. The Chinese, I think, are one of the few cultures. The Chinese and the Eskimos, I think, are the only two I know of that have never made
I have a question about the GE-8 locomotive. If I wanted to engage
the cold water tap into the ice maker, do I first
twist the head 16 degrees counterclockwise to allow
enough light for people to see Giovanni Marchesi sing like
a large elephant stuck in a dishwasher?
GE has a simple answer to some tough questions. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. One call is all it takes.
Wonderful.
Terrific.
Excellent.
Cool.
地球には存在しないという新旧に限りなく近づく日本成功に課せられた使命です。
こんな急坂で赤信号だわ。スライドストッパーついてるもん。スライドストッパー？ほら。あ、止まってる。止まるとブレーキロック。スタートはアクセルだけなの。へえ、スライドストッパー。足がフリーで楽よ。あ、青よ。
坂道信号楽々ドライブスライドストッパー AKSS。
侵入する。触れてくる。どう？人間装置系。ライザ。
急がずにじっくりと磨いてください。ジョンソンピュアワックス。純天然カルナバローのピュアな品質。輝きの違いが分かってきます。100年の歴史が生んだジョンソンピュアワックス。品質で語れば。
Oh, I didn't see you there. I'm just opening my gifts a little early. So what? Look, my mom gave me cash again. Frankly, once this is into my wallet, it's gone. But look, my Aunt Bernice got me this American Express gift check. This is great because then when I go into the store and pick something out, it's like my Aunt Bernice actually got it for me. Now, this isn't something I'd talk to my mom about. Like she isn't going to see this.
Ask for the American Express gift check where you bank or at these locations.
Dreaded beast versus the savage hunter. Aliens versus Predator with awesome new Predators. Clan leader attacks with whipping dreadlocks. And Stalker, glowing in the dark, fires his spear. Suddenly, flipping up his attack spikes, the wild boar alien charges. And the ferocious mother alien in her monstrous hive traps Spiketail, then covers him in ooze.
Ooze 'em.
Who will survive? Aliens versus Predator. Queen Hive playset comes with mother alien figure and ooze. Other figures sold separately.
Kraft Dinner introduces spaghetti. Same fun, only louder.
Bring you City Fair, a celebration of art, food, and fun August 3rd through the 5th in downtown Akron. For information, call 330-762-9755.
Look at Hyundai's summer sell down. You'll see a great price on the Hyundai Accent, the best-selling car in its class. Look at the surprising list of features, all standard, all for just $8,994. Now, look at the freedom of America's best warranty, and it's clear. If you're looking at other cars in this class, don't settle for second place. Test drive the Accent now, before this bestseller is sold out.
Pep se vende en todas partes. Y por su gran calidad hasta en la luna lo piden. Es Pep, el gran refresco de naranja.
Auténtico de naranja.
got the touchdown. They lead 7-0. Norm Johnson to kick off to 42, Vance Mueller, and 44, Stephon Adams. Adams in the end zone where most of Johnson's kicks go. He'll bring this one out. Almost made the 20-yard line, and Seattle with some of the finest special team players and coaching in the league. Rufus Porter, they're all pro on special teams, made the tackle.
Here's a look at the touchdown. Now, this is Largent coming in motion. He's going to work up and try and work outside, but the corner doesn't bite. Craig's got to come back here, buy some time. You'll see Scansey coming and head for the corner, staying in the end zone. Now, Craig just wants Largent. They figure a little in and out. If it's man-to-man, it's great. If it's not, you run around and find somebody open. Excellent job by Paul Scansey to stay in the end zone.
Steve Berline brings the Raiders out, and that's the reception they get from the crowd. Bo. Didn't look like much, but that's incredible speed for him to turn the corner. People had an angle on him, and he just walked outside him. There is a flag down on the play.
He still can. The other thing
left
is
side of the line, 5 yards, still first down.
See what happens is the crowd gets going. Berline gets up under the center and starts into a cadence, but he hasn't had an opportunity to establish a rhythm yet because it's the first play. Watch Rory Graves. See the left tackle? He moves. He says, oops, hold it. Let me go back down. Maybe they didn't see me. Yeah. Like when you're that big, you're going to hide. 6'6", 295, and you're going to go back down and say, no, it wasn't me.
Nesby Glasgow had the corner. There was no way Bo Jackson could get around him, but he did. Bo out of the eye. Didn't get much that time.
In a world where integrity is in short supply and determination is found in small packages marked "Do not open until Christmas," stands a man 14 inches high with a backbone the size of Missouri. Buddy Lee is Buddy Lee in...
Mientras esta llama tan solo esté a medio gas, nuestro país tan solo estará aprovechando la mitad de los beneficios que le ofrece el gas.
Fox 49's Newsroom 6 at 10. We do all the news in half an hour. Doesn't that sound smart?
Absolutely. If I can get my information in half an hour versus an hour, that's a benefit.
It's important to us. We're students, you know. Staying up that extra half hour just doesn't cut it.
What are you going to do with the extra half hour?
Do whatever you want to do with your half hour. With whoever you want to do it with.
And then you'll watch
Fox 49's Newsroom 6.
Especially with no payments for 6 months on everything at Best Buy. Because after all, everything's a little better if it's got Sony on it.
Last weekend, I met someone I'd known a long time ago. Funny thing.
Hi, welcome to the Cheating Gourmet, where we make it easier to get out of the kitchen. Today we have 7 ways to cheat with new Joy of Chicken. Let's try Joy of Chicken Sweet and Sour. Just pour the sauce on, bake or grill, and almost no time in the kitchen. Who's going to know? You say you want a crispy coating? Try Joy of Chicken Lemon Herb. So simple, so delicious. So get out of the kitchen!
New Joy of Chicken. 7 delicious ways to make chicken from French's.
There is Supersonic Hedgehog Combat in the Nintendo GameCube, so give me everything you got. Give it to me. Go! No. Hey, where are you going? Get back here!
The right hedgehog is hard to find. Sonic, only on Nintendo GameCube. Rated E for every...
Stumbled upon the perfect cover.
Look, I'm the scout leader.
Scout leader. And they found a scout leader.
On the loose! Running back time!
Who's far from perfect.
That's not pretty.
Daniel Stern.
Tacos crunchy and delicious, yeah, they taste so good. And when Naomi took a bite of the new Big Beef, she woke up the neighborhood. She made a run. And now, back to Funhouse and that super cool potato head, J.D. Ross.
To find that map.
Hardee's Daily Double Values. Now get any 2 double cheeseburgers for just $2. 2 regular double cheeseburgers, $2. 2 new grilled onion double cheeseburgers, $2. 2 new barbecue double cheeseburgers, $2. Or mix and match. Hardee's Daily Double Values. 2 double cheeseburgers, $2. Now for a limited time.
Will you stop? Give me that.
And now for breakfast, 2 Hardee's mouth-watering sausage and egg biscuits. Just $2. Hardee's.
Ghirardelli Squares chocolate has all the ingredients for the most intense chocolate experience. So enjoy it slowly, very slowly. Ghirardelli, moments of timeless pleasure.
With DirecTV Interactive, you can shop for books, music, and more. Access weather updates, news headlines, and check your sports scores. Just look for the eye and click your remote control. It's easy.
To play, 10,000 will win. Details on specially marked boxes of popsicle.
Kids and parents holding onto the edge of their seats, cheering out loud. Spirit is the best animated story since The Lion King. Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. Rated G. Starts Friday, May 24th everywhere.
South African situation and to understand
I think it was a very smart decision. Go small with a big cause. Coming up next, Ricky and Pete featuring a character just as offbeat as Crocodile Dundee, and also coming up Poltergeist 3 as the demons return again to terrorize a little girl.
Woo, doggy. Ain't it about time to change that Glade plug-in refill, ma'am?
Don't forget, refill your Glade plug-ins.
Plug it in, plug it in.
T for team. I alone have the 5th freedom. The right to spy, appropriate, destroy, and eliminate to ensure that American freedoms are protected. If captured, my leaders will disavow any knowledge of my existence. I am Sam Fisher. I am a splinter cell. For infiltration, there is no power greater than X.
We're taking performance to a whole new level.
Let's rejoin our program on BAM TV. We will be right back. I'm ready.
I don't think so. No way. No, honey. Hey, Nesquik. Okay. This will be fun. Here you go.
Moms and kids agree on Nestle Nesquik. Kids love the taste, and you'll love Nesquik because it's fortified to help build strong bones. Nestle Nesquik. Kid delicious, mom nutritious. Try ready-made Nesquik. Everything you love about Nesquik in the dairy aisle.
Are you one of the millions that are guilty of driving while talking on your cell phone? Hi, Billy Mays here for the Jupiter Jack, the most convenient hands-free device for any cell phone, guaranteed. Watch this. All you do is plug it into any phone and mount it on the dash. Preset your radio to 88.7 FM and you're ready to go. Jupiter Jack transmits quality sound through the speakers in your car. Instead of hearing music, you hear the other person. If you want more volume, just turn up your radio. No plugs, no wires, no hands. Hi, it's Billy.
Hey, Billy, it's Carla. I need you over at the studio for a production meeting.
No problem, Carla. Be there in 20 minutes. See ya.
Okay.
In my car, the Jupiter Jack is the only system I use because I can safely talk and drive at the same time. It's compact and portable and works with any phone in any car. Jupiter Jack transmits your conversation through the speakers of your car. Instead of hearing music, you hear the other person. Using a cell phone and driving isn't safe, and in some states, it's even illegal. You could spend up to $100 on one of these Bluetooth headsets, and they can be complicated and uncomfortable. Call now and get the hands-free portable Jupiter Jack system for just $30.
It's so easy. I just plug it into my phone and start talking, and I feel so much safer because I don't have to hold my phone while I drive.
Order right now, and we'll cut the price in half. You'll get the Jupiter Jack for only $14.99. But I'm still not done. Order right now, and we'll double the value. We'll send you a second Jupiter Jack for a second car, friend, or a family member. Just pay separate shipping and handling. So do the right thing. Be safe and not sorry, and get 2 Jupiter Jacks for just $14.99. Here's how to order.
New swoops from Hershey's. Irresistible curves that are bending the rules on how to eat chocolate. Swoops from Hershey's. It's swooping the nation.
Haitian guy named Toot. Somebody named Eddie Keats came to see me. They left me with a couple of stitches in my head. Bartender at Smiling Jack said he sicked them on me by calling one of your clubs.
Alec Baldwin and Eric Roberts play childhood friends who are now potential enemies in Heaven's Prisoners, a new thriller that's one of 5 new movies we'll review this week on Siskel and Ebert. Also coming up, film starring Paul Hogan, Antonio Banderas, Jennifer Connelly, and the dolphin named Flipper. I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune. Our first film is Heaven's Prisoners, and it stars Alec Baldwin as a former New Orleans detective, now a drying-out alcoholic who is brought back into the sordid underworld he left after he and his wife save a little Latino girl who survives a mysterious plane crash. Suddenly, he's being pursued by drug dealers, and that scares his wife, played by Kelly Lynch.
Somebody came here?
Yeah. Don't worry, I took care of it.
Well, hey. Did the guy say what he wanted?
What he wanted was to scare the out of me and Alec Fair, and that's exactly what he did.
After his wife is murdered, Alec Baldwin starts drinking again, what a surprise, and is tempted by a local drug lord's vampish wife, played by Terry Hatcher from TV's Lois and Clark. Her character only makes sense in a comic book way.
Where's your husband?
In Houston, on business.
Well, how nice for you.
And maybe for you, too.
The third woman in Alec Baldwin's life, a local stripper with, all together now, a heart of gold, played by Mary Stuart Masterson. This movie is more of a parade of women than a...
Tell a suit from the Men's Warehouse from a suit from someplace else. I don't think so. After all, we sell well over 1 million suits and sport coats a year, which means next time you're in a conference room or a nice...
But I want to watch that.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I forgot I was talking to a boy for a second.
Exactly.
I heard that Sony has admitted to facing a lot of challenges with the incorporation of this on the first rollout of the units.
Yeah, well, the thing is, because the Blu-ray drives themselves are about $300, that's what sort of contributed to the fact that this device is so much more expensive than, let's say, the Xbox or the Wii. And also because it's a new drive, there were a lot of delays as far as like shipping them, so that may have also contributed to why the PS3 shipped when it actually did, as opposed to when they kept saying it was going to ship.
I think if people are watching this now, I think it makes sense that this actually is a really great deal.
So maybe tonight I'll bring this by your place with the Notebook on Blu-ray. We can watch, have a nice little romantic.
Really? You'd watch the Notebook with no pop-ups?
Yeah. Like get some cheap Chardonnay to be good
no
time.
No pop-ups, see what I mean? See what I did there? Anyways, moving on for more Blu-ray, PS3 hardware, and of course, to get more on everything you could possibly want to know, check out g4tv.com/AOTS. And now, back to Kevin, who has been checking us out the entire time, making sure you don't make a move on me. You know what I mean? Kevin, don't be jealous.
He's a jealous type.
Hey, you stay seated on that couch, buddy boy. I know if you're watching this, you didn't get a PlayStation 3, and I didn't either. So let's just ride this out together. We're all friends here. There's more coming up on PS3 Day 1.
The wait is over. The PS3s are here, and the verdict is in.
Water in the court.
Take your seats. The Honorable Loop is now presiding.
What if dreams came true, and the world opened up, and you were never, ever afraid? What if dreams came true? But dreams do come true, don't they?
Coming up next, these champs are tackling, training, and slam dunking. The Jersey Marathon continues, part of Extra Helpings Weekends.
大丈夫だよ。誰とも初めてそれなり緊張するもんなんだから。はい、はい、はい、はい、気を楽に。はい、力抜いて。はい。はい。はい、よかった。まだ開けてないの。はい。これは警察に限らない。どこ行ったって戸を開けてから入るの。はい。ね。はい。開いてんね。開いたね。はい。開いたぞ。用意して。どうもと。どうだい。しゃぶり気になったか。お前そうやってな、いつまでも黙ってると、その分だけ罪が重くなんだぞ。お前がやったんだろ。やってねえよ。やってねえわけないだろ。お前を見たって証人がちゃんといるんだよ。お前がやったんだろ。知らねえよ。
ちょっとあんた、いつまでしらばっくれてんのよ。やったならやったって男らしく言いなさいよ。
Do you like what you see? It can all be yours. The sun, the beaches, exotic destinations, everything. Except for the model. Watch MTV Uncensored, the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Issue 2001. Pay very close attention.
Now it's time for another edition of Learn to Draw. You know, cartoon characters look really complicated, but you can draw just about all of them by putting together very basic shapes. Let's take one of the simpler cartoon characters and show you what I mean. Sure, the Shmoo. He'll do. Now, just looking at the Shmoo, you can tell his main shape is, you guessed it, a rhombus. Once you've made the rhombus, you just add a simple octagon on top, then add a trapezoid, then this parallelogram over here, add a septagon, then just inscribe a 37-degree arc off the most acute angle of this pentagon here, while traversing this angle to make a hectogram. Let me just real quick here. I'm gonna do some math here. The perimeter is a function of the derivative in relation to the cosine. I gotta get a square root here. And carry this, and the yield is, what is that? The Shmoo! Wait, almost forgot the whiskers. It's a snap. Told you.
In your local video store, I have a third comedy to recommend, The King of Comedy, although this one is a little darker than the others. Directed by Martin Scorsese, it's a meditation on the American mad dash for fame, the acquisition of which often leaves one empty. It's the story of Rupert Pupkin, one of those wacky New York autograph hounds who dreams of meeting his idol, a talk show host played by Jerry Lewis. Rupert also dreams of hosting his own show. He wants his turn in the spotlight. And in the film's most chillingly funny scene, we see Rupert in his basement with his mother upstairs, rehearsing for his big fantasy, hosting his own talk show.
It's amazing. It's amazing. You look wonderful. And, yeah, I know. You look wonderful, too, Jerry. I wasn't leaving you out. Bruh. Yeah. Oh, Jerry, I love this guy. Always coming up with these great lines. I love him. I love him. He's wonderful. You're wonderful. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Rupert,
Anyway.
the bus is here. It's early. Try to be on time for once.
I can't believe this. I gotta go now. Yeah, I gotta catch a bus. Jerry, take care of yourself. Baby, be good. Good luck in Rio.
You know, I see that, Roger, and I think De Niro did not get an Oscar nomination for that role because it wasn't a likable character. It's a great De Niro performance. It's a fabulous film. And I must say, I wasn't really onto this one when it first came out. I liked it, but not as much as I like it now, because look at how it portrays the banality of TV talk shows, a very timely subject today, wouldn't you say? David Letterman tries to have fun with that same concept every night, but no one has skewered the empty host, empty guest syndrome better than director Martin Scorsese. The king of comedy was too downbeat for some, but it's a daring film that really grows on you after repeated viewing.
And in my case, that's exactly the same story. The first time I saw the film, it was so cold and so disturbing that I think I resisted it. I felt, wait a minute, this is by Scorsese, it's got De Niro in it, I'm going to go back and look at it again. I looked at it the second time, and I said,
Outline, what a waste of money. Nobody calls. What we could do with the money, eh, Clive? I go to a naked elf farm and get a big Turkish man to rub me up and down with olive oil and scrape it all off with a strigil. Ooh, very sensual, Clive. Ooh. Take me there, Clive. Ooh.
Yeah. Can you feel it, baby? Yo! What are you doing? Pick up the pace. Get busy.
Hop in. Ready for a fun cartoon summer?
Bring it on.
Tune into the Powerpuff Girls all summer long during Cartoon Summer. Tonight at 8:30, only on Cartoon Network.
Fans and critics agree Attack of the Show is time well wasted. One of the coolest shows on TV, more ballsy in its journalism than 60 Minutes.
What will the fanatical religious right hate more? The fact that there's witchcraft in the book or that there's a gay headmaster?
AOTS doesn't push the envelope, they lick it. I attain techno bliss.
I think you should just take it out and show everybody what you got.
The show that gets it before it gets out. Attack of the Show, weeknights at 7 and 10, only on G4.
Let me in. I gotta get trapped. I gotta. Get me out of here!
Ah, in the trap something. Parbleu! Get out of my trap, ragged muffins! Silver fox. Silver! Not molded enough breeze like you. Scrap, stupid, get out!
Maxwell House is bringing folks together. Maxwell House, good to the last drop. Maxwell House is good morning. Maxwell House is
a good day.
Good to the last drop. Maxwell House.
ADC brand. Coffee you can count on to bring people together. Always good to the last drop.
Maxwell House is
a good friend.
Good to the last drop. Maxwell House.
Get ready. Steady. Quicken.
Better, faster.
Giving NFL Game Day 99 better graphics and gameplay was easy. The hard part was deciding between all the new end zone celebrations.
Party!
That's nice.
Looking good, Terrell. No! I ain't this!
Which is fine. Less is more. But hey, when the results are game this real, it's worth the trouble.
Stop that, please.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
PlayStation.
And now, the Action Zone continues with the totally awesome, super-powered Ultimate Covert Action Team. If you're ready for big adventure, then stay tuned for Jim Lee's Wildcats. Next.
Politics seems kind of irrelevant right now.
Tonight, I go on assignment and sit down with Governor Jeb Bush. He talks about his brother and how the attack has affected his own family in a candid one-on-one interview.
Also tragedy on an Orlando-bound bus. A passenger attacks the driver with a box cutter, causing a deadly accident. Tonight, what the FBI is saying about the suspect. Then, once questioned as a material witness in the terrorist attacks, a local man tells News Channel 2 how the publicity has devastated his business.
Continuing coverage of America on a...
Morning. How are you? Ow! What?
They smell blood. Yours. Drunk evolution from Acclaim. The scent of blood. Ready to mature. A timeless battle.
Allez, arrange-moi ça, poupée. Hé! Il m'aurait pas bouffé la touffe!
Ready to rumble. Le jeu de boxe complètement frappé. Maintenant sur Dreamcast et PlayStation.
Playmaker. He's got more speed than Daytona. And harder hits than a demolition derby. Think you can anticipate and devastate like Roy?
Yeah, right.
Prove it with Playmaker Control. Only in Madden NFL 2004. Rated E for everyone.
The official game of Playmakers.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Decimated. Exterminated. But first, it must be found.
Arcade Arsenal. RoboCop and Bad Dudes for Nintendo.
Your move, creep.
Part man, part machine. All game. RoboCop.
Stay out of trouble.
Bad Dudes. The forces of good have never been so bad. If you're bad enough, then you're good enough for Bad Dudes and RoboCop for Nintendo.
ये एहसास ऐसी खुशी कुछ ऐसी दिल लगी हर पल मस्ती भरा हर बूंद में फलों का मजा हर बूंद में फलों का मजा
Helicopter and language qualified. Expert in light weapons and guerrilla warfare. We could.
It's a game even a mummy can love. Tutankamp from Parker Brothers.
And now the call of the mini chimichanga.
Not. This is a mini chimichanga. Chicken, cheddar, and Monterey Jack. One of 3 new spicy finger foods at Jack in the Box.
Pardon me, baby, but what's a nice beer like you doing in a can like this? Don't you know bottling or canning beer removes a lot of the taste?
I'm different.
Yeah, that's what they all say. But for real beer taste, give me draft beer. Nobody's figured out a way to bottle that.
We have.
Ertles has? Tell me about it.
Ertles has microfiltration. That's better than the pasteurizing that takes away that good draft beer taste. Here. Non-filling, microfiltered brew. Ertles real draft beer.
Say, you are different. Ertles is real draft beer.
I'm True Brew. For fresh, non-filling draft beer. Which would you rather have?
I'd rather have you, baby.
Favorite Disney Channel original shows? So weird? I'm gonna use a spell to summon extra episodes of it. Annie, Fiona on TV with so much so weird to see. Extra helpings all the way. 10 full hours on all day. Extra villains that will fright. Extra bumps in the night. You can't beat so much TV. It's so weird for you and me. Extra helpings of So Weird beginning tomorrow at 11:10 Central, part of Zoog Extra Helpings Weekends.
What's the nuttiest thing you've ever done?
Me and my nana went to a restaurant. I had peas on my plate and I flicked one at this woman and it went down her top.
No, you nutty sunbat!
Well, where? Oh, I see them. Those are bullet holes in the bricks. Even though this is a Buddhist sanctuary. Those must have been really hard times. The Marble Mountains have been a place of spiritual power for centuries now. What is the source of that power? Perhaps it's the life-affirming prayers of the many who make the pilgrimage here. It's 5 p.m. The sun is setting. Look at this park. And look at all the kids. Hi there. I wonder what they're doing here. And what is that? It looks like a ladder. Ah, bamboo sticks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I haven't seen this game before. It looks like great fun, but maybe also a bit difficult.
0% or $1,000 cash back now on Dodge Shadow and Plymouth Sundance.
To understand Asia, you have to understand its customs, its mystery, its people. You have to know what makes a good impression and what offends. For over 40 years, we've been learning about Asia. So in addition to our convenient schedules, we can give you something no other U.S. airline can. The knowledge that comes after 40 years of helping people do business in Asia.
Frosty is a sock lid because it's not a solid or a liquid, which makes it the perfect host to the crushed Oreo, Butterfinger, and M&Ms.
Fix and Mix makes Wendy's one-of-a-kind Frosty even sweeter. When you do a creamy chocolatey Frosty, you do what tastes right.
Interview, man. Hey, I had 4 more. That is tough.
There's no messages.
Nope.
You sure?
Yeah, dude. I've been sitting here all day. How cool. There's even a chicken Caesar salad site.
NBC Monday Night at the Movies will continue following these messages.
Tuesday on Riptide.
Somebody stole the robot?
Ah, but who?
Robin Hood. #1 public enemy.
Robin Hood.
Then Remington Steele's almost dead on his feet when his next client is a corpse.
I'm dead.
This case may be murder, but the Steele Agency delivers.
On time, every time, all the time.
Tuesday.
Tuned for scenes from the next The X-Files on Fox.
Now for the latest from the Fox 4 newsroom.
Coming up at 9, severe weather headed our way. An escaped killer south of Dallas, the latest on the manhunt. The latest on a gorilla that put a zookeeper in the hospital, and a Lone Star adventure with endangered turtles.
Tonight on Channel 18, join us once again for Frank Capra's holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Revel with us one more time.
What began as a game has become a nightmare. What the hell did she do to me? Something's wrong.
Introducing Orbit White. Brilliant! Orbit White, a dazzling smile. No matter what.
Now you can get new Trix Scratch and Sniff stickers, free in marked boxes of Trix cereal.
James Brown here with an update on the Pendleton family. It looks like this team is in chaos with a tough drive ahead of them.
Who wants a timeout?
Down to their last time out, what the Pendletons really need is Flow TV, like the Morris family. It's live mobile TV you can take on the road. Why does Nance always get the good parts?
Ask your local dealer about having Flow TV installed in your vehicle.
The Baby Bubbles doll, new from Ideal.
Behind the set of Disney's original movie, Phantom of the Megaplex.
Action!
A story about a big movie premiere that's crashed by a phantom.
It's a disaster. A total calamity.
But was there an actual phantom stalking the set during the making of Phantom of the Megaplex?
We've got a target for the set. Look! We know that it's one of the actors, and I personally think it's Taylor.
Me? It might be him. You didn't hear from me.
I think they're just pulling your leg. It's not me.
He's, got this whole cover as being this really nice guy, and he's wreaking havoc.
To be honest, I think it's Jacob. I'm not a fan. I'm too short. I personally think it's Caitlin.
I really think it's Mickey Rooney.
Actually, I could be the Phantom.
Catch the real Phantom of the Megaplex all this month, only on Disney.
It takes the heart of a champion and the strength of a hero to be the greatest Pokemon master in the world.
Pikachu! Thunderbolt!
Pokemon. When your fate lies in a deal of the cards, your most trusted ally is the power within. Yu-Gi-Oh! It's an hour of non-stop action. Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Weeknights at 9 on Cartoon Network.
For the bench press of 700 ladies and gentlemen, Nikolai Volkov, Boris Zukov, the Bolshevik, and of course the manager, the Slickster. All right, Dr. in Style, we're now about a month into the new year, and many are wondering, what are your plans for this tag team, the Bolshevik? Well, I'm going to tell you something right now, dude. Yes, I have a lot of plans for this prestigious team. But right now, I want to address this issue. The Slickster is picked off. I'm upset, brother. You know why? No, why? Because everybody knows that Russia is one of the greatest countries in the world today. Russia has produced some of the greatest athletes of all time. Yet these two men don't get the respect they deserve from the American.
It's stretchable. It's springy. It's absolutely new. Only Huggies makes a cover that's as flexible as you. For our most amazing Huggies Supreme diapers. First diapers ever where most everything stretches. The cover, the front, the back, and all the way around. Huggies Supreme, our tops in comfort, our best fit ever too. The ultimate in care for you.
Year. You did. You made another human being. Or you found that one person out of like 7 billion who you're meant to be with. One. Or you bought a house, or you got a new job, or you went on a really important business trip to Des Moines. You had a big year, and you should be able to answer some questions about it. That's what taxes are. A recap. The story of your year. And we think you're the best person to tell that story. Intuit TurboTax. It's amazing what you're capable of.
Glide. 11 yards and a first down for Blades.
It's a good read by both Blades and Craig. When they see the blitz coming from Atwater, what they do is Craig looks immediately to that side and gets the slant pattern, the quick slant, because he knows he has man-on-man over the quarter. Haynes trying to get over and make it. But take a look at it. He knows he sees the blitz coming. He breaks his pattern off to the inside and picks up the first down.
They're out at the 32-yard line. First and 10. And Craig has him back up. So an important first down because it's kind of a sleepy start to the second half. The crowd quiet, just getting back into their seats. Not that big roar they were heard throughout the first half. And they're trying to get their offense back on board here. Flag goes down in the vicinity of holding as we see John L. Williams bring it out over the 35 to the 37-yard line. Denver pointing that it is against Seattle, and it is holding. There's John L. Williams, so this will march the Seahawks back.
Holding, 54 offense, still first down.
It's on the center, Feasel. Holding penalty on him. Now tonight, following the game on most of these NBC stations, the entertainment lineup starts with the magical world of Disney and A Brand New Life, followed by Sister Kate and My Two Dads. Then take a world-class cruise with an all-star cast: Night Court's Richard Ball, Dear John's Jane Carr, Andrea Elson, the Hogan family's Josh Taylor, and more starring the NBC world premiere movie Class Cruise tonight on NBC. First down and a bunch after the holding call. Craig away from pressure to Lewis Clark, and he is immediately hit by Dennis Smith, who came up and knocked him back at the 20-yard line. They'll lose a couple of yards on that play.
Well, what they've done here in the second half is exactly what they've stayed away from in the first half. They put themselves deeper into their own territory because of a penalty on first down. Excuse me, it was second down when they got it. But it marched them back, and that's taken them out of the game plan. Wade Phillips has not been able to stop first down running attack, and now with the big penalty, they're pushed back, and he can dictate what they do.
So, what do you think? Oh, the Beijing thing. Coffee?
Yeah. Oh, no, thanks.
Well, it's big. It's a hell of a big commitment. We can do it. We have to gear up and move quick. And if we don't, you know he's going to pick it up, don't you? Yeah, I know. Look, it's a great contract. A great opportunity, but I don't know. Are we ready?
Chris, are we ready?
Mate, we're overdue. Okay. All right. But it means increasing our bank loan. You know that.
At the National, we make it our business to understand yours. So when the opportunity arrives, we can tailor a loan to make the most of it.
How does 10 o'clock tomorrow morning sound? I couldn't go. No, here. Here?
Night, Dave. Chris.
Night. Oh, Sandra. The bank will be here in the morning.
Get a job. Get a job. Get a job. Get a job.
From the trusted Triton to the new Express walkthrough, there's a Mitsubishi to suit any job. Designed to be amongst the most reliable vehicles on the road, it's no wonder Mitsubishi Tritons and Express vans are the ones businesses count on day in, day out.
Australia's #1 selling chainsaws are now even easier to use. Still's exclusive new Easy Start system will get you working faster and with less effort than ever before. Along with Still's legendary engineering, performance and reliability, all backed by a 2-year extended warranty, new Easy Start is just one more reason why Still is the #1 chainsaw worldwide.
This week, Target is giving you 20% off the marked price of all ladies' knitwear. 20% off all the latest styles and all the latest colours, plus no deposit lay-by. But come to Target soon, before it all runs out.
The Richard Stubbs Breakfast Show delivers wild entertainment and real music variety every morning. But what do they do in their spare time? The Richard Stubbs Breakfast Show. Not just your average breakfast show.
Yes, but we're working on it.
And now, back to Garfield and Friends.
We interrupt Garfield and Friends to bring you a
government agency to kill an evil businessman, a rotten defense contractor, and his trainer, played by Joel Grey, is an expert in the martial arts.
Place your hands behind your head. I did not say keep them there. Your reflexes are pitiful. The seasons move faster. No doubt the result of all that filthy poison you have been stuffing into your belly. You know why Americans call it fast food? Because it speeds them on the way to the grave.
He's got some funny dialogue. Now, in one of the film's most exciting sequences, Remo does battle with the bad guy's thugs on the scaffolding of the Statue of Liberty. Great special effects here. That's great stuff. But the toughest henchman is a dude named Stone, who has a diamond in one of his teeth that Remo uses to his advantage when he and
The new Lexus GS Luxury Performance Sedan. It not only corners better than the BMW 535i, but it rides smoother. Of course, if you still insist on feeling every pebble in the road, be our guest.
As I mentioned before, this monster is Bigfoot number 5, the largest monster truck in the world. But what I didn't mention was it will always be the largest monster truck for one simple reason. These tires, over 10 feet tall, they weigh over 1 ton apiece. They're unique, and irreplaceable. And like everything else to do with Bigfoot, these tires have quite a history.
Well, currently on Bigfoot 5, we run tires that came from an Alaskan land train, something that the U.S. Army had in late 1950s, I believe. I was doing a show in Seattle about 5 years ago, and I went to a military junkyard between two shows. And Ken Kelling, one of my drivers, saw these tires on a trailer, and he come over and got me out of a different part of this yard, and I couldn't believe that there was such a tire this way, you know, this big of a tire. We looked at them for quite a while, trying to figure out how we could use them, and we ended up going to the owner of the yard and to see what he'd want for the tires, and he told me $30,000. I says, no, thank you. The next year I was back there again doing a show, so I went back in and asked the guy how much he wanted for his tires. It was the same thing, $30,000, so I just kind of give up on him. The following year I had Jim Kramer go up and do the show in Seattle, so I was talking to him on the phone one of the days that he was up there, and I suggested he go in there and offer the guy $1,000 just to see what he'd say. He called me back in an hour, and he says, the guy says, fine. So what happened, we ended up buying 4 tires. I don't know what changed this guy's mind in this last year, but we bought the 4 tires and ended up buying 4 more from him 6 months later for $700 apiece. So I think I've got the only 8 with wheels in the country. In the back of my mind, I did want to prove that I had the biggest truck. I've never tried to, with my trucks, I've never claimed to be the biggest or the tallest or the widest or anything else.
Whole new way with Wendy's Super Value Menu delicious 99-cent choices. There you go.
75 Junior Bacon Cheeseburgers?
Like the famous Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, crispy chicken nuggets, or our new Junior Barbecue Cheeseburger. Do Wendy's, and for 99 cents, do what tastes right.
It's alive.
It's Jell-O. It's squishy. It's fruity. It wiggles as it slides down your throat. Eat it before it eats you. Jell-O.
His job, our debts begin to pile up.
The Bankruptcy Legal Center helped us solve our debt problems, and we saved our house.
My wages were being garnished for a debt I had. I went to the Bankruptcy Legal Center, and they were able to lift the wage attachment that same day.
Home look beautiful, but having to water them all the time can be a big job. Forget to water them, and they can end up looking like this. Give them too much water, and you can end up with a big mess. Well, now there's Aqua Globes, the hand-blown glass ornament that waters your plants for you. All you do is fill the Aqua Globe with water, then press it into the soil. That's it. Your plant stays perfectly watered for up to 2 weeks, and you don't have to lift a finger. Here's why. As soil becomes dry, it releases oxygen into the Aqua Globe, which in turn releases the exact amount of water your plant needs. You can't overwater, you can't underwater. Such a simple solution, yet so beautiful. Each Aqua Globe is individually crafted with genuine hand-blown glass to create a functional work of art that waters the plant for you. Perfect for small or large house plants, hanging plants, patio plants, even finicky exotic plants get just the right amount of water. Just fill the Aqua Globe with water, then press it into the soil. It's that easy. No more constant watering or cleaning up the spills. No more worrying about leaving your plants unattended. No more dried out, drooping, or dying plants. Aqua Globes take the guesswork and the worry out of watering your plants once and for all. Call now and get a set of 2 Aqua Globes for only $19.99. One in red and one in blue. But call right now and we'll double the offer and give you 2 more Aqua Globes free. That's right, you get 4 hand-blown glass Aqua Globes in red, blue, green, and multicolor. Each Aqua Globe comes with its own gift box and makes a great gift for any plant lover. That's right, you get 4 hand-blown glass Aqua Globes plus the gift boxes, all for only $19.99. This offer is not available in stores, so call now.
Tiny tears, I wish I knew why. Tiny tears, what made you cry? Are you hungry? Are you sleepy? I'll hold you near. Tiny tears, your mommy's here.
The Tiny Tears doll, new from Ideal.
Fantastic color surprise! Fantastic color surprise flowers! Wow, they turn purple! Fantastic
Oh, surprise! Made by me!
Fantastic Flowers Color Surprise Set and Refills, each sold separately.
Advocacy piece of filmmaking, and it certainly raised plenty of questions in my mind about how our government handled the Waco tragedy. Thumbs up for me.
Thumbs way up for me, too. And, you know, although it does have a particular point of view, it tries to be fair. It does show information from both sides, but the defenders of the government positions are inarticulate. They are clearly, I think, not saying everything that they're thinking or that they know, and they're hewing to a party line. You can look in the eyes of the people in this film and tell who you feel is telling the truth and who isn't. And what it amounts to here is that the American people were sold a bill of goods about the Branch Davidians that wasn't necessarily true, that these people were demonized in a way that wasn't accurate, and then boys with toys, Gene. All those guys who never got a chance to drive a tank before and who were excited and ready to go, like that guy who says, I'm honed to kill. I'm honed to kill. Well, they just couldn't wait to start shooting.
That's why this is an important documentary, in addition to just the case that it deals with. Two things. One, the macho element. Hey, if you're on point for 2 months, you're going to want to shoot something if you haven't been able to. That's telling us something. And the other one, and I think this is the most interesting one, is how we learn from the media. The fault, ultimately, and I'll pick myself, okay, is that I wasn't as plugged into this story as I should have been, because I'm getting sometimes a headline.
Well, of course, at the time, there was no information available about the other side. And now when you see this film, what's interesting is if you're looking for people who are unbalanced zealots, you don't find them among the Branch Davidians. You find them among the FBI and the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Those are the people in this movie who deserve to be feared, I think.
Well, but what I'm saying is that when we do these religious cult stories, when the media does these stories, then they better do a little bit harder reporting. I think that's one of the things you take
They should stay away from the trigger words like cult and compound. How about calling it a religious group and their church? That would have changed the entire perception of what went on.
Because to me, the stunner is who is in that compound. Weren't those
sensible, sincere people who were not under the hypnotic leadership?
This is not Jim Jones, and the film makes that, the Guyana story repeatedly makes that comment.
Oh, that's right. You work at that little place on Bourbon, Smiling Jack's.
That's right. Now I remember you, too. You came in one time with a couple of real pretty girls, asked me to work a private slumber party. But I don't really go in for that sort of thing.
I think you got me mixed up with someone else.
Well, maybe you're right. The girl I'm talking about was real trash.
The Terry Hatcher character turns out to be a key player, but I never found her convincing, even with this nice speech.
I bought the hit on you. So what are you gonna do now, Dave? You kill me? Go on. Go on, do it. Do it. Come on, Dave. Come on, blow me away.
Heaven's Prisoners covers the familiar New Orleans turf from Bourbon Street to Bayous. Alec Baldwin winds up playing a variation on the character that Dennis Quaid played in The Big Easy 9 years ago. But that film felt fresh, not Heaven's Prisoners. We've been there, we've seen that, all to the time in this picture. Thumbs down for me.
Thumbs down for me too, Gene. It was a movie that constantly continued to act like it knew that it was a movie.
Oh, absolutely.
There was never any moment when I felt that this man was really engaged with his wife, that he was engaged with the other women who appear later in the film. It always seems as if the plot is just dropping these things in, just like that plane that drops in at the beginning. It's all made up out of nothing.
It was a real waste.
Okay, next movie. And our next movie is Welcome to the Dollhouse, an extraordinary film that remembers with great clarity just how painful and difficult school can be and how cruel students can be to other kids who are not popular. As the movie opens, a 7th grader named Dawn, played by Heather Matarazzo, is making her way through the lunchroom as if it were a minefield.
Thicker, ravishing lashes.
Fantasy? Meet reality.
Lash fantasy.
Only Revlon makes it. Only you make it unforgettable.
Capcom fight!
There's one show that brings families together.
Hi, sweetie.
God, I should take her out right here. On Family Guy Volume 5 on DVD, uncensored.
My Fox Cleveland's Hot List. You decide which businesses make the cut. The sweetest bakery, the best boutique, the perfect place for a dinner date. Vote now, only on myfoxcleveland.com.
Hop in! Ready for a fun cartoon summer?
Yes, sir, Mr. Professor.
Tune in to Ed, Ed, and Eddie all summer long during Cartoon Summer. Tonight at 8, only on Cartoon Network.
In love with Pam was easy. Meeting her father
He asked me if we were living together. What'd you tell him?
yes or no
No. Yes. No.
was the hard part.
He gave me a lie detector test.
Robert De Niro,
Have you ever watched pornographic videos?
No.
Ben Stiller,
Just something about him that's a little off.
Meet the Parents.
Dad seems to like him, don't you think?
Rated PG-13 at theaters Friday, October 6th.
Please mail early. It's got to get there by Christmas.
Bill Bailey may be the luckiest night watchman in the world. For a few hours, he's got Woolworth all to himself. For wandering, browsing, fun shopping. There's always something new. What now? The Magnus chord organ. The only musical instrument that anyone can play in minutes. Even Bill, who can't read a note of music, will be playing hundreds of his favorites. Just follow the keyboard numbers and push the chord buttons here. He's onto it now. You know the whole Bailey family can have fun with this. Hey, what an idea for Bill Jr.'s birthday. At prices as low as $29.95, anyone can be talented. A Magnus organ is really music to your ears, especially on Woolworth's layaway plan.
Everybody loves Mummenschanz. Mummenschanz is in its second smash year on Broadway. Isn't it about time you can say, I saw Mummenschanz? Mummenschanz is at the Bijou Theater, 45th Street west of Broadway. For ticket information and reservations, phone 221-8500.
Properly instead of liquids. Mediquel concentrates powerful liquid cough medicine into soft, chewy squares for relief so strong it lasts 8 hours long. For the end of your cough and the end of your spoon. Mediquel chewy cough squares. Cough relief so strong it lasts 8 hours long. Good for cough plus nasal congestion. Try new decongestant formula Mediquel.
Snow day come and I wanna go play. Snow day come and I wanna go play.
Nickelodeon's new movie Snow Day hits theaters February 11th. Rated PG. When it snows, anything goes.
1 flake, 2 flake, 3 flake, ho! Snow day come and I wanna go play. Hey! Woo! Woo!
This week, Siskel and Ebert review film director Robert De Niro accused of being a communist in Guilty by Suspicion. John Cusack and James Spader are law students in True Colors. And attorney Gene Hackman is opposed in court by his own daughter in Class Action. It's all coming up next on Siskel and Ebert.
Right now, just $1 a day.
I'm looking for a good bedtime story.
Oh, we have zillions of those. Our virtual store has more children's books than anyone.
Oh, I already have a whole bunch of those. I said a good bedtime story, like he writes.
Oh. Here you go.
Thank you, Mr. King.
Smart kid. Well, I'll let you get back to work.
BarnesandNoble.com. If we don't have your book, nobody does.
Breathless. It's all here. Premiering CBS Friday.
What it is. What it feels like. What it is. What it feels like. What it is. We know what social anxiety can feel like, and Paxil can help.
That many? Wow. Thank you for your explanation. Have a good day. Wow. Buildings designed according to Feng Shui. And those spiky designs at the bottom are shark's teeth. This is all very fascinating. An amazing amount of money changes hands here every single day. It's incredible. And look at all the buses bringing in fresh groups of gamblers. Whoa, that bus is really packed. The shark's teeth are waiting for you. Oh, look at all the shops on this street. This looks like a jewelry shop. Hi. This window has all sorts of gold accessories. Everything looks really expensive. There's...
Is a dry beer, a mellow beer, a hearty beer, blended into one beer, a light, bright, fun beer. Schmitz.
One beautiful beer.
Schmitz of Philadelphia, one beautiful beer.
NBC's new hit, For Your Love, refreshing.
That's good.
Groundbreaking. Ooh, sexy, smart.
Hey, now.
Sweetie, I need some sugar.
Ooh, me too.
Excellent cast.
Yay!
Giggles.
Hey, Mrs. Cleaver, can Wally come out and play?
The show about three couples is a hit.
I'm talking about mind-blowing, soul-shattering steam coming out of Popeye's ears. I get it.
For Your Love, Tuesday after an all-new Mad About You.
You know regular total body exercise combined with a sensible diet helps you burn more calories so you can lose weight safely and keep it off. Why wait a minute longer? Call our toll-free number now and receive a free information-packed video and full-color brochure showing how you can get started on an exercise program you'll really enjoy and stick with. Don't settle for half a workout when you can get the superior total body workout you've always wanted with WalkFit from America's #1 fitness company, Nordic Track. Call today. After all, it's from Nordic Track.
Did you know there's now a different kind of Trident? In a very different shape. It's Trident White. But the big news is Trident White whitens teeth. Chew Trident White. Smile brighter.
The ancient battle rages. Weekdays on this BKN network.
BKN Network.
Is your child protected for the future? Gerber, the baby people you've known since you were an infant, offers you a way to help with that protection through their Grow Up Plan for Children. It's a $5,000 cash value insurance program that costs less than 11 cents a day. At age 21, that protection doubles to $10,000 with absolutely no increase in premiums. In addition to automatically doubling at age 21, the plan also guarantees the right to $50,000 of insurance by age 28, regardless of health or occupation. So call now for your free information packet. Any healthy child 12 and under is eligible to apply. No medical examination is necessary. Simply answer a few questions. As a special feature, your first month's premium is $1. The Gerber Life Grow Up Plan.
To show you care, call now. Call 1-800-531-9116. The information package is free. There's no obligation. This offer is available to parents and grandparents only. The number again is 1-800-531-9116.
To high school musicians everywhere.
Now your Cabbage Patch Kids posable figures can go everywhere you do with the Cabbage Patch Kids brag bag.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Cabbage Patch, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Cabbage Patch, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little Cabbage Patch, and 5 more Cabbage Patch Kids.
The brag bag, because it's so nice to take your friends along.
Brag bag for Cabbage Patch Kids.
The Cabbage Patch Patch Kids brag bag holds up to 16 Cabbage Patch Kids clothes.
What do we have here?
It's Castle Grayskull. And it's mine. Not so fast, Beastman. He-Man!
You can pit He-Man against Beastman playing for the power of Castle Grayskull. You have to put the castle together. Beastman's escaping.
The throne, Dad. Dad, you saved the castle.
Castle Grayskull from the Masters of the Universe collection. He-Man and Beastman, each sold separately. From Mattel.
Boy, this is a really good movie.
And there you have it. Unsolicited testimonials from Gizmo himself. So listen to Gizmo. You know he'd never lie to anyone. Gremlins 2, the new batch. Here they grow again. Rated PG-13. Start Friday, June 15th at a theater near you.
I own a powerful state-of-the-art computer that gives you the arcade experience with the newest arcade games like Donkey Kong Jr., Looping, Pepper 2, Time Pilot, Mr. Do, Space Fury, Frontline, arcade controls like Turbo, the Roller Controller, and new Super Action Sports. And soon you'll plug in Atom, the revolutionary ColecoVision family computer module with new super games, keyboard, and printer. ColecoVision, the only system you'll ever need.
Yo, Mom, he's awake!
Well, somebody woke up cranky.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It's getting me. I'm going stir crazy. Bastille Betty. Polar Cuckoo. Look at my prison pallor. I'm as black as a sheet.
Gosh, if Bugs Bunny was only here.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny, my hero. He can get out of any spot.
I saw him in a Leon Schlesinger cartoon once.
The hunter had him covered.
And he grabbed the gun.
And bang! The hunter fell. What a guy. Nothing can hold him. He'll get us out of here. Hello, Central. Give me Bugs Bunny. Hello, Bugs. This is Daffy.
What's up, Doc?
That Palooka manager has got us locked up in the Broken Arms Hotel. We thought you could help us get out.
Did you try the elevator?
Yes.
Throw him down the stairs?
Yes.
Use the sheet?
Yes.
Swing across on the rope?
Yes. We tried all those ways.
Don't work, do they?
Open the door, please, Hal.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave, until 2.
Purchase anything at American, but don't pay a penny down, not a cent till March 91. TVs, camcorders, VCRs, get it now. No payments till March. Computers, computer printers to microwave ovens, not a cent down, no payment till March. Boom boxes to complete 220-watt Pioneer stereos, CD players to car stereos. So get it now and love it. But if you don't love it, you can return it. But if you do love it, you don't have to pay for it till March, tomorrow at American. Maybe you won't love it, you can return it. But we hope that you do love it because then you...
Louisiana resident and you are or were a cigarette smoker, you may be affected by a class action lawsuit, which seeks a fund for medical monitoring to detect but not treat latent disease or injury and a smoking cessation program. Money damages will not be awarded. Defendants deny all allegations and claim that participation may bar personal injury claims. Plaintiffs disagree. To exclude yourself from the class, you must opt out in writing by August 7th, 2000. To learn more, call 1-877-892-4493.
Rises. The stage lights blink on. The performers get ready. A hush falls over the audience. And a cast of thousands puts on the show of a lifetime. No wonder Cypress Gardens has earned the title Florida's Showplace.
Recent credit card bills. You could be paying as much as 21% in interest rates, and it's not tax deductible. If you own your home, First Plus can consolidate all your credit cards and other loans into one low monthly payment, and the interest may be tax deductible. Just call 1-800-510-PLUS. There's no fee to apply, and you'll get an answer before you hang up. So stop paying high interest rate credit cards that are not tax deductible. Consolidate them at First Plus. Call 1-800-510-PLUS.
Volkswagen Routon, engineered with the whole family in mind, loaded with features including carefully devised storage systems. elegant leather seating surfaces, wireless headsets, individually operated DVD players, a high-tech navigation system, and a German-tuned suspension for precise handling and control. The Volkswagen Routan with 0% APR and 3 years or 36,000 miles of carefree maintenance.
That's good. What's scary? Bounces and has a face only a mother could love. Ugly Ball. You can get one free from Bunker's Chewy Candy by sending 10 outside wrappers to Bunker's Ugly Ball, Box 1197, Grand Rapids, Minnesota.
Ugly Balls from Bunkers.
You'll love them.
Come feel the joy all around. Each generation has style. They've got their own kind of sound. So shout it out. It's that joy of Pepsi. Pepsi, for those who think young.
Das gibt's doch nicht.
Vorhin hatte ich sie noch ganz bestimmt.
Mensch, was machen wir denn jetzt?
Taxi, Sie wollen Taxi?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Ja, wohin wollen Sie?
Ja, keine Ahnung.
Wir haben unsere Reisechecks verloren.
Schecks verloren, welche Schecks?
American Express.
American Express, alles klar. Wir fahren zu American Express. Einsteigen, bitte, bitte, einsteigen.
American Express Reisechecks werden überall auf der Welt schnellstens ersetzt. Noch während der Reise. American Express, der Reisecheck.
Coming right up. Real ice cream and slushies with the 3-minute ice cream maker. It's fun.
Ice and salt, milk and mix, and 3 minutes later,
Real ice cream.
Tomorrow, it's a brand new night of comedy on Fox.
All right, turn up the volume.
Starting with The Simpsons. Then Sinbad stars as a carefree bachelor.
Did you check out my butt?
Who adopts 2 orphans.
When I was 12, I could barely take care of myself.
You're 35 and you can barely take care of yourself.
And discovers the joys of parenthood.
I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I want a story.
I have got to get out this house.
On the premiere of The Sinbad Show. And Ike Strikes Back, Seinfeld is in the hood, and Wanda's having a baby. All on the season premiere of In Living Color. Then Herman
really got it made. A nice home, a nice business, beautiful, talented daughter, great marriage. I'm very lucky.
That's Kevin Kline and Kevin Spacey as next-door neighbors who will become involved in a murderous wife-swapping drama in Consenting Adults, a depressing thriller in the style of these omnipresent killer next-door movies that we're getting so often these days. In Consenting Adults, it's Kevin Spacey as a slick slimeball who teases Kevin Kline about his inhibitions.
You're full of fear. Your life is choked. You write jingles when you'd rather be doing albums. You do it for money, but you're always in debt. You want to make love to my wife, but you're afraid you'll get caught. This is how you die, step by step. These little things you deny yourself.
How long have you been married? 13?
14 years.
Kevin Kline is so intrigued that he finds himself in a discussion about extramarital affairs with Spacey's wife, played by Rebecca Miller.
Have you been faithful all those years?
Through a series of tricks, Kevin Kline finds himself in jail accused of murder. His wife, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, thinks he's guilty.
Who was pushing you to kill her?
I didn't kill her.
I called Consenting Adults depressing, and in part, that's because it comes at the end of a long line of similar Sleeping with the Enemy movies. I hope this trend has really played itself out. These films are so mean-spirited, and when the characters aren't fresh or emotionally deep, as they are not in Consenting Adults, what you're left with...
festive season, and once again, Swiss Chalet is bringing you a special tradition. Our festive special for only $6.35. Along with a plump quarter chicken, golden fries, or baked potato and chalet sauce, you'll also receive cranberry sauce, tasty stuffing, and a festive treat, a 100-gram Toblerone Swiss chocolate bar, all for $6.35 while supplies last. It's our way of wrapping up our thanks to you. The festive special, only $6.35.
Entertaining around the holidays can be pretty serious business. You want everything just right, especially your glasses. That's why you need Cascade. Cascade leaves your glasses clear, shiny, virtually spotless. So when you get ready to entertain, remember Cascade and give your holiday table that Cascade sparkle.
That is awesome!
On November 8th, you think you can stop me? I have to try. Witness the return of an Avenger. Anyone else? Thor, The Dark World, at PG-13, November 8th.
Hi.
I'd like to see it.
Hi.
Thanks. I'll just tag along. Ah, the girl on the left has a black belt. That's impressive. She must be really good. Now that I think of it, Okinawa is the birthplace of karate, isn't it? Great. It seems that the dojo is in this building. Lots of energy in there. Pardon me. Excuse me, Sensei. Do you mind if I watch for a while? Oh, great. Thank you. Ooh, here they go. They are amazing. So focused. Karate will become an official Olympic sport at the Tokyo Olympics. Maybe one of these kids will become an Olympic athlete someday. I'm rooting for you. Are you looking forward to the Olympics?
もう俺として沖縄空手がね、こんな島国から世界に広がって、そういう関係なので、すごく誇りに思いますね。
The pride of Okinawa. But how did it spread from here to the rest of the world?
戦後ですね、米軍が来て兵隊で沖縄で空手を習って、そしてまた米軍帰って、そして道場を持ってるのたくさんいます。
I see.
ほとんどアメリカなんかそうです。
So American soldiers were the ones who helped make it popular.
そうなんです。
Interesting.
今回はフランスが来たのは彼はそういう。
Really? From France?
One hell of a city. My city. And Action News is everywhere, covering everything. So how about live trucks out the wazoo? East side, west side, they got it covered. Hey, that's why I watch. You should too.
Don't take chances. If you're involved in an automobile accident, call the Gold Chiropractic office for a thorough examination. If you've been hit from behind, by all means get a complete checkup. Remember, the whiplash injury demands treatment since the symptoms may go unnoticed for days or even weeks. Symptoms such as headaches and stiffness in the neck and lower back. Anyone involved in an auto accident should immediately...
Scrooge has been seeing more ghosts than usual this year.
They are after the new stuffing.
It's the 5-piece holiday meal deal from Kentucky Fried Chicken with 2 buttermilk biscuits and that delicious new stuffing for just $4.99.
It's meant for 2.
More ghosts?
We brought a 10-piece holiday meal with 4 buttermilk biscuits and more stuffing for just $9.99. You have money up there?
Get the 5 or 10-piece holiday meal deal at Kentucky Fried Chicken today.
The following is an editorial response.
Hello, I'm Kenneth Moss, and I'm a Californian now living in Seattle. I represent an ever-growing number of California citizens who are purchasing homes and businesses here in the Pacific Northwest. I myself was a high school teacher in Van Nuys last year. I sold my 2-bedroom, 1-bath Rambler, came up here, and bought the city of Algona. Now, I realize that this upsets many of you who seem to think of this area as some sort of birthright. But let's get something straight right now. We're in charge. not you. Don't mess with us. You play with fire, you get burned, understand? You see, we've got money coming out of our ears. You can't compete. Get out of our way. I'm tired of hearing those cute little Californians go home jokes. Read my lips. We are home. The game is over, and you lost. So stop sulking and just mellow out. It's not that bad. You may even learn to like it. You see, we think of ourselves as kind of a Peace Corps going to a third world country to show them the ways of civilization. I mean, let's face it, Bigfoot, Bumbershoot, the Mariners? Get real. It's time to put an end to all this Northwest lifestyle crap. Get rid of all the microbreweries. Drink real beer, like Coors Light and Corona. Forget Louie, okay? From now on, KJR plays nothing but Beach Boys. You see, the bottom line is that we own you. And if you don't like it, we'll just take our money and our business and our Seahawks and go someplace else. You want that? I think not.
This has been an editorial response.
Got for Christmas a bad cold. Picked up a cough over Los Angeles, stuffy head over Denver, aches over Chicago. Mrs. Claus brought me all these medicines. All I need is NyQuil Vicks Nighttime Colds medicine. Got that in Boston. NyQuil alone relieves the same symptoms as all these, so I can get the rest I need.
Got everything?
Yep. NyQuil alone does it all. She's the best present I ever got.
A lot of things do go through your mind. What could have happened? Because of the safety equipment that we use on the trucks, I came out okay.
How much of a jarring does the human body take in car crashes or in the races themselves? Despite the safety aspects of the truck, how much of the organs moving around inside the human body?
If it weren't for the safety equipment we use, it'd be a lot worse. But yes, everything gets jarred. The biggest problem, I think, is neck whiplash. You're hitting these cars, some of them 40 to 50 miles an hour. There's such an impact at that point that it's very easy to get a neck whiplash. And we wear proper safety equipment, cervical collars that help support helmets and things like that to try to alleviate the problem.
Where do you see monster trucks headed?
As you know, like you stated, monster trucks started out at exhibition. But now monster trucks have gained popularity in their own right. I think we're seeing now, last summer, I think we'll see this summer too, monster truck racing shows, period. You're talking about just monster trucks. They are enough of a draw, enough of an interest to people that they will support themselves. You're going to see a much better breed of monster truck out there running, and you're going to see a much better track, much more controlled, better guidelines, better track timing devices and things like that. It's going to get to be a heck of a lot better race situation with the monster trucks.
Just as any athlete or artist would have their own particular style, so it is with monster truck drivers. So we spent some time talking with the different Bigfoot drivers about their style and asked them what techniques they've picked up over the years to give them that slight edge.
It's hard to tell anybody what you're thinking about when you're sitting on a line because you're thinking of so much stuff. You know, a lot of times I try to pull up the line and really make sure I'm really ready to go. And sometimes depending on who I'm racing, you know, I like to psych them out a little bit, you know, take a little time, stall, you know, and because just our name will psych a lot of the guys out. A lot of the guys, they know they're racing big.
We'll be right back with more of the Cheetah Girls 2 right here on Disney Channel.
This October, heading to a new school spells adventure for an unsuspecting hero.
I'm 18 now. I'm going to which university?
Starring High School Musical's Lucas Grabeel, Sarah Paxton, and J. Paul Zimmerman. Return to Halloween Town, a Disney Channel original movie coming in October.
I shake your hand, but it's covered in goat placenta. Helpful.
All right, who's got the beige dog?
Charming. A woman who doesn't want to be a burden. What kind of scam is this? He's Chad Everett, and he's the mayor. What do you normally do with your dead in Manhattan? Crack the windows just enough to let the stench out, but not let the animals in. It's government in action. Spent your money. It's gone. Trip to Nevada. Blackjack and hookers. Manhattan AZ. It's like Mayberry on acid. Return Sunday, September 10th at 9:30 on USA.
Bigfoot, a legend that lives, may really exist.
It would be the discovery of the century.
See startling new evidence from eyewitnesses.
I believe they're more human than ape.
He was a race car star who was gunned down.
It was well planned.
Who killed driver Mickey Thompson.
I saw two men on 10-speed bikes.
You can catch them on Unsolved Mysteries Wednesday.
Holiday season.
It's my favorite time of the year.
You've been good up till now, so here's a gift from Nick. Enjoy your 2 hours of steaming
hot liver.
2 hours of mouth-watering
hot smoky ring.
2 hours of high-grade bituminous.
Kids of America, your best friend's a cow. Crazy cow. Oops. The nutritious cereal that makes chocolate-flavored milk. It's part of this complete breakfast. Just pour on milk, stir, and the milk starts to turn chocolatey. Crazy with Cow Crispy Chocolate Puffs. And 1 frozen pop maker in specially marked boxes. Just pour in juice or your favorite drink, freeze, and out pops a frozen pop. Cow Crazy with its own handle.
Candy dandy.
That's chocolate or strawberry Crazy Cow. How now?
Wow!
Cookie Crook, you'll do anything to get the real cookie taste of Cookie Crisp cereal.
I know. It even looks like those chocolate chip cookies.
But it stays crispy and milk, and it's part of this complete breakfast.
If you like cookies, you'll love Cookie Crisp.
And if you like bubble gum, you'll love Bubblicious Free and Cookie Crisp. It's the ultimate bubble in strawberry, raspberry, and new chocolate mint. You can try all 3 flavors. There's 1 pack free and Cookie Crisp cereal.
We now return to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Are going to consist of a little bit of parsley, chopped parsley, 1/4 of a cup, something like that. And we want to add some basil, and the basil will give this a wonderful flavor. I know it sounds a little strange to you, but it's very, very delicious as soon as I can find it. Here it is, sitting right on here for me. You want about, a teaspoon of basil. That'll do it. Oyster and cornbread. This was one of George Washington's favorites. Can you believe it? That you and I are eating foods that George liked? No, he didn't have wooden teeth. That's the latest discovery. The old story we've heard about him is really not true. Teaspoon of salt. We want a little paprika. If you buy good paprika, I buy good Hungarian paprika. It's not expensive, and it's wonderful. It's cheaper than American. I mean, it's more expensive than American, of course, but it gives it an interesting flavor. It's very light. It's a very light member of the pepper family. Okay, the paprika's in. Now we want to add just a pinch of nutmeg. And of course I use fresh ground. For goodness sakes, don't use nutmeg that's been ground by someone you don't even know. Good God, you don't know what they put in there. And finally we're going to add, let's see, nutmeg. We want some whole sage. And I want you to buy this sage, put in about 2 teaspoons, and use the whole leaf. You can buy it just like this in the market, you see. And I want you to rub that. And this will release, there. See what I'm doing? See what I've done? So this is called rub sage. And this will release all of the flavor. And already the oils on my hands, it smells just wonderful. I smell terrific. Yes, see me after class. And finally, it's one of the I know what it is. I want a couple of beaten eggs. There we are. That should do us. Throw in the beaten eggs, and then enough broth to moisten this rascal properly. And by that I mean, probably 2 or 3 cups. I have the broth ready to go, so I'm just gonna guess here. That's probably too much. Let's try 1.5 cups. I'll have this figured out if and when you find a cookbook with this recipe in it. I'll get it to you one of these days.
Looking good together, looking good, looking good. Looking good together, looking good, looking good. Good things to share, good friends are there. Looking good together, you and CBS, you're looking good.
The fun you love's on CBS, the laughter and the sighs. There's comedy and drama and stars get in your eyes. Day or night, all lives are right when CBS is there. There's just no better looking, and it's all right to stare.
Looking good together, looking good, looking good. Looking good together, looking good, looking good. Gather round, there's gonna be new people to meet, and good friends from good years gone by. Funny people, scary people, the bitter and the sweet. For the best in sports and news reports, sit up and say hi.
Mystery, comedy, singing and dancing, movies and specials, the thrill of romance.
same address, where good friends get together. UNCBS, yes, yes. Looking good together, looking good, looking good together, looking good. When you're watching CBS, you're looking good.
This is CBS. Captioning and other consideration for friends, provided by...
Oh, why was it built here?
どこ行ってもどういうんですか坪効率で計算される場所ばかりじゃなしにちょっとなんか足止めてホッとできる場所っているじゃないですか。そういう無駄っていう変な言い方ですけど無駄な空間は僕いると思いますよ都市には。まして、芸能文化で栄えた町ですから、そのことも含めそこのぶっこ者もたくさんいらっしゃるわけでその方々の例も慰めながらまた興行にもそちらのお客さんが帰っていてくれはったら本当千客万来じゃないですけどもいいのかなと思ってるんですけどね。
I see. Has the town changed since this temple was built?
これしていただいて本当にありがたいです。はい。道頓堀にこうよく飛び込んだりした人が多かったじゃないですか。でもそれがねだいぶなくなりましたでしょ。
あ、そうですね。
うん、だから住職さんのやっぱりこれのおかげかなと
What? Really?
思ったりはしてるんですけどね。
Well, by the way, there are a lot of theaters in this area. Is there one where I can hear Rakugo?
はいはいはい。じゃあそちらでございますんでご案内します。
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you all for your time.
ありがとうございました。
Bye. Ah, Rakugo, finally. I can't wait.
ここなんですよ。
What? Here? It's a 4-story building. They're performing Rakugo in here?
はいはい。
There's a Rakugo theater in here?
4階、というか米女師匠からというか空いてるスペースでいいので若手のための検査の場所が欲しいって言われたんですよ。でこれがやっぱり町の顔やと思うんですよ。だからこれはやっぱり大事にしていかないと。
It says we need to floss more often.
I use floss all the time.
Me too.
I love floss. Gotta get between those teeth and check out this new toothbrush.
Introducing the Crest Extender. It's inspired by floss with gentle extender fibers to help clean deep between teeth.
So in between flossing, we get between teeth with this.
The new Crest Extender fits between to get teeth clean.
Last time, they fought for glory. This time, they're fighting for their lives.
Did you kill Travis Brooks? Easily. If you're gonna fight him, you must be prepared to die. I look forward to killing you.
Best of the Best 2, rated R. Starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
Is a cat's urinary tract health important?
Cat Chow's Special Care brand cat food is formulated to help maintain your cat's urinary tract health. Purina Cat Chow Special Care. Better care makes better cats.
Revlon creates Lashful Mascara.
Yo, come on, move this. Shake that body. Shake that body. Baby, let me show you how to do.
Whoa, Pops! Micro Pops for Micro Licks.
What a run!
What a runt!
Touchdown! Popsicle zone!
I'm not everyone, I'm me. So when I decided to quit smoking, I did not choose that one-size-fits-all patch. I chose Nicorette gum. Nicorette has this flexible dosing schedule that helped me control my craving.
Smart, however. He did a good, competent job, but not any better, I think, than any of a dozen or maybe 24 other directors would have done with this high-powered, talented cast.
We used words like honor, code, loyalty.
A Few Good Men was nominated for Best Picture as Popular Entertainment. I'm glad the director's branch, those small group of 200 men and a couple of women, saw Reiner's work for what it was, just a competent job, and made more exciting choices for Best Director.
You know, I really was shocked that Jack Lemmon wasn't nominated, and of course, even though you say they don't like Little Dark Pictures, Al Pacino was not nominated for the same film. And if you had to compare the two performances, Pacino was certainly good. In fact, everyone in that movie could have been nominated in the Best Supporting category, but Lemmon, I think, gave the performance of a lifetime. He was just over the top.
You know what I think, Roger? I think that maybe that you just hit it on the head, which is that they're all supporting work.
Yeah.
He was pushed in the lead category, and he didn't have enough screen time to stand up against other more complicated roles.
You may be right about that. When we come back, more Oscar surprises from this year's list of nominees.
今日も大砲難敵を下して依然として連勝を続けております。さすがに取り直しの一番は若さがものを言った一番でありました。東よりは山形県の生んだ大輝小結柏戸21歳、西よりは北海道出身の偉大大砲19歳。果たして柏戸新鋭大砲の全勝を破るか。全国の相撲ファン熱狂の大一番を迎えました。さあ制限時間はいっぱい。両者気合よく最後の仕切りに入ります。右が大砲、左が柏戸。さあ勝った。左が入りました。柏戸右から懸命に押っつけた。柏戸寄ります。柏戸二手投げを打った。残った。柏戸懸命に寄った。大砲今度は左をはず割り出しに行った。大砲豪快な相撲。柏戸苦戦であります。今度は柏戸右をつけて寄った。両者交戦寄り合い。大相撲になりました。強烈な寄り合いであります。今度は柏戸攻勢。大砲の腰がちょっと伸びた。寄って寄った。左から下で出し投げ。ついに柏戸の勝ち。大砲土俵に入りました。今場所初めて大砲土俵に張った。柏戸の勝ちであります。満場熱狂の大一番。柏戸ついに連勝の大砲を破りました。東西両横綱の対戦であります。東よりは第44代横綱栃錦清隆13勝1敗。西より第46代横綱朝潮太郎。この一番には今場所最高17個の懸賞がかかりました。時間いっぱい両横綱待ったなしの対戦。さあ立った物差しこっち物差し左四つこっち寄った寄り玉に寄ったダブル寄りこっち懸命に寄った朝潮をこらえた打って寄った寄り切り栃錦の勝ち。かつて栃錦14勝1敗10回目の優勝を飾りました。昨年の初場所に飛んだ引退説をよそに黙々と普段の努力と精進を続けた栃錦。今は亡き師匠春日野の優勝記録を上回る10回目の優勝を成し遂げたのであります。確定
There's a name welcome at millions of stores.
Will that be cash or charge, ma'am?
Visa.
It's used more than any other for shopping, travel, entertaining, and cash.
Think Dad would like this?
I'm sure he would, honey, but...
Few things are more helpful than Visa.
Why don't we put it on my card?
It's all you need.
This is tough.
Hey, that's no way to feel. When you power up with a complete breakfast with low-sugar Cheerios...
Cheerios?
You're feeling your own. You're feeling your own. Cheerios. Come on. 'Cause you know we're back in power. Those little lows. Let's go. You can't stop. You're powered to go. Now you're feeling your Cheerios.
I can do it!
Now that's the way to feel. He's feeling his Cheerios.
Okay, break it up, son. Joke's over, Hale. This here's the last straw, man. I'm telling you all right now. If this don't work, I'll go into television.
I believe. It only matters what I can prove.
A Few Good Men.
You want the Spencer wheel? This ain't no time to quit, Ned.
Unforgiven.
Now, Helen, oh dear, something odd has happened.
Howard's Inn. What do these three films have in common? Well, they're all fairly sure of being on the list when this year's Academy Award nominations are revealed on the morning of February the 17th. But we can think of some other movies and performances that the Academy shouldn't overlook, and since the Oscar ballots were sent to Academy members on Friday, we think they should consider this entire special edition of Siskel and Ebert as our free advice on how they should mark those ballots. I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune, and we got the idea to do this memo to the Academy a year ago, realizing that instead of complaining after the fact about all the mistakes in the Oscar nominations, we ought to speak out beforehand and really try to influence the balloting while we can. So we're going to remind voters of films released early in the year. They invariably forget those. And in the year when everybody's talking about the lack of Oscar-worthy roles for women, we're going to have a few suggestions in that category, too. But first, the category of Best Actor in a Leading Role. The likely nominees include Jack Nicholson in Hoffa, Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman, and Denzel Washington as Malcolm X. All three are worthy, but I'd like to mention a marvelous performance in a beautiful but little-seen film, Gary Sinise as George in John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men. George is the less showy character in the story, the protector of the dim-witted Lenny, played by John Malkovich. Both are
swimming around with nothing to do. 8 little fishes just waiting for you.
Fishing Around, the musical game where you catch the fish in your card, collect 3 cards, and fishing around for Milton Bradley, batteries not included.
Attention viewers, these Wacky Boys Cathedral would love to offer you a chance to win a $100 shopping spree at the hippest store in the whole world, Magpie. Magpie is located at 324 Southwest 9th in Portland. Magpie has the house of everything glamorous for you this evening. Send a postcard to Shopping Spree, P.O. Box 11677, Portland, Oregon 97211. The contest ends the 3rd week in December, so just hurry up and enter. Send a postcard to Shopping Spree.
If you had jalapenos and beans for every meal.
See our new Kmart sign outside, you'll know there's been a big change inside.
I like that new logo.
The new Kmarts have wider aisles, new lighting, and new displays of the best brand names, faster checkouts, and a new attitude toward service.
I think that's great. All right.
We understand you want to feel good about where you shop.
What about cosmetics? And I promise you, you're going to love your new Kmart.
You aren't watching Code Monkeys.
Holy pope crap in a box.
Then you're missing out.
Give me the best boob job $200 can buy.
On the best 8-bit animated series in history.
Quick, help me put them in my mouth.
It's bigger.
I put my action in your ear.
What?
Better.
I am Cock Goblin.
And smarter.
Smell my finger.
Than last season.
I'm home.
Where's my dinner, bitch?
Ow!
Catch an all-new Code Monkeys, Sunday night at 10. Part of G4's Stay Out of the Sun Summer.
View Arnold Schwarzenegger as a top Soviet cop and James Belushi as his American partner in the action thriller Red Heat. Barbara Hershey stars as a journalist against apartheid in A World Apart. And creatures from beyond return to haunt a...
Our memo to the Academy, the annual show where we tell the Academy voters who we think they should mark their nominating ballots for. Now let's branch out a little more widely into some of the other categories where we think there's great work that the Academy is in danger of overlooking. And my first choice would be in the supporting actress category, where Rosie Perez in White Men Can't Jump all but stole the show with her hilarious high-energy performance as the girlfriend of a basketball hustler played by Woody Harrelson, who she wishes would just give up childish games and get on with his life.
Sometimes when you win, you really lose. And sometimes when you lose, you really win. And sometimes when you win or lose, you actually tie. And sometimes when you tie, you actually win or lose.
I hate it when you talk like that. It makes me crazy when you talk like that.
Another deserving nominee, this one in the foreign film category, where a strange and inspired film named Close to Eden is the official Russian nominee. It's a slice of life about modern-day nomads in the vast grasslands of Mongolia who encounter a stranded Russian, and it's told with charm and a touch of offbeat humor. In the Best Original Screenplay category, I hope the Academy voters honor Neil Jimenez, who wrote and co-directed a wonderful film named The Water Dance. It was based on his own autobiographical experiences after he was paralyzed in an accident and woke up in a hospital ward to discover his whole life had been changed. Eric Stoltz was very good in the central role of Jimenez's tough, intelligent screenplay.
You're determined to pick a fight, huh?
Your problem is you ain't got no problem, man. I mean, look at you, man. Huh? You call yourself Garcia? You ain't no Mexican. You ain't no nigger. You certainly ain't no white dude. You're just better than everybody else. You and your glasses, man.
And in the Best Documentary category, there's been a lot of controversy in recent years over the way some of the best documentaries don't even get nominated. I hope that doesn't happen this year with a remarkable film named Brothers Keeper, which tells the story of 4 brothers in central New York who work the same farm together, and when one of the brothers is found dead, another one is charged with his murder, and the...
You are...
Someone come along.
Someone has come along. I am still right here. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. I will keep myself.
The medicine in Children's Advil is the #1 pediatrician-recommended pain reliever for children. Plus, Children's Advil brings fever down faster than Children's Tylenol. Choose Children's Advil. Relief you can trust.
Go, early!
Let's get our composure together now, brothers. Come on.
3 hours. Oh! I'm the 2002 champion. It's over. It's a wrap.
If you want to spend some more time with the NBA pros, come on out to extendedplay.com. Now, here at the Toy Fair, they run the whole gamut. They've got everything from traditional action figures and dolls to fantasy worlds that have moved online to modern technology toys like the Pokemon card reader. So dig with us through the treasure trove and let's see what else we found. The International Toy Fair. It's the place where thousands of industry buyers scour the showrooms for the perfect toy.
I'm not gonna play with you anymore!
The $25 billion toy industry is filled with bears, dolls, Martians, karaoke machines, Mr. Potato Head, and of course, video games. While it's definitely no E3, we found a few things to keep us occupied. Infograms had their latest titles for the Game Boy Advance, including their new Dragon Ball Z titles. Legacy of Goku is an action strategy title.
Goku and his fellow warriors power up to save the Earth from impending doom.
And Dragon Ball Z collectible card game features, well, collectible cards on your GBA. Wizards of the Coast followed the traditional games-going electronic trend by taking their hugely successful Magic the Gathering card game online. Fans, and there are some 6 million, can now play opponents via the internet. You'll be able to purchase a deck online and compete in tournaments, use chat rooms, and get tips from other gamers without a subscription fee. Though Magic the Gathering is beta now, it'll be open for everyone this spring. Other highlights included action figures for Final Fantasy X, The Simpsons, and Star Wars. Plus Transformers, dragons, Chicken Elmo, and a surfing rock from outer space.
Yo, dude!
Coming up on Extended...
It's time for Frenetic Pace, the show for people who don't have time to waste. And now, here's your host, Whip Winger.
Hi, folks. Today we have a special sports edition of the show, including baseball, basketball, boxing, bowling, badminton, bungee jumping, and stupid hockey players beating the hell out of each other.
Great, and here's a picture of a 100-year-old woman from Kansas. Isn't she beautiful? Whip!
I'm here with Jeff Jefferson, star linebacker from the Sacramento Surge. Jeff, what do you hate most about football?
Being asked stupid questions.
Okay, let's go to Keith with some scores.
Thanks, Whip. Tuskegee tops Tufts, Augustana, Al's Akron, Bowling Green, Blast Bard, Clemson clips Catawba, and Southern Utah State scores more points than Montana Tech. Back to you.
We'll take your phone calls in a minute, but first, this Super Bowl. What are you talking about? Let's take a break and we'll be right back with football highlights.
Hey, baseball fans, get the Cleveland Indians season highlights videotape. Just $9.95 for 20 seconds of highlights.
Okay, we're back. Here's the key play from yesterday's big game. Wasn't that something? Let's look at it again in slow motion. Wow, now let's go to Janie Jones, who has a special interview with star race car driver Buck Brewer.
You've come back from an injury, beaten the odds, and now don't you feel good about your big victory today?
Yeah.
Back to you.
I'd like some gasoline, please.
Yes, sir.
Dennis. Dennis Day, you in a Texaco uniform?
My name is Rodney. Fill it up with New Sky, Chief, sir?
But you're Dennis Day.
It can drive down the cost of driving and save you money.
Money?
Yes, sir. New Sky, Chief, does one thing better than any other leading gasoline. It keeps valves like this from getting like this. You see, with fewer harmful deposits on your valves, you can get better mileage, and the chance of expensive repairs is much less.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll try a gallon.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Benny.
Wait a minute. If you're not Dennis Day, how did you know I was Jack Benny?
Who else would buy 1 gallon?
Texaco sells more gasoline than anybody else. So why a New Sky Chief gasoline? Because we're first, and we have a big responsibility to drive down your cost of driving.
Coming Wednesday night, the Christmas classic, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. See Santa Claus and an incredible snow monster in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Merry Christmas!
Wednesday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain. Here on CBS.
Blab about the beginning of this picture, nor do we care if you give away the ending, but we do care if you reveal the middle. In fact, Jerry Lewis urges you to see this picture from the beginning on penalty of losing your popcorn privileges. One thing we will tell you is that Jerry plays the part of an eccentric chemistry professor who invents the greatest new drink since Dracula discovered the Bloody Mary. One sip and he turns into, that would be telling. And even those who know aren't telling. Professor? Professor! Professor! Keep the mind on the chemistry.
Join me in welcoming Michael Downs. Michael, good to have you on the show.
Steve, pleasure.
Wait till you see what this can do. Michael, this is so much more than just a scanner. I mean, hook it up to your color printer. It's a color copier. It allows you to fax. It allows you to put photos onto the internet. And all of this with all the software for $229.47.
That's correct. You can clean off your desk, all those little pieces of paper you have lying about. You can scan them all in. You can archive them and save them forever.
Well, let's show you. Let's show you how easy. Talk about simplicity. By the way, if you set up a printer on your computer, Michael, this is easier to set up than a printer.
It is very much easier, yes.
It goes right into the parallel port with a pass-through for your printer, so it's not scuzzy. You don't have to put a board in, and boy, that's always a nightmare. No dip switches to mess with.
That's right. You don't have to open your computer at all.
That's true. Now, what we're going to show you is this photograph right here. Going to take this in, place it right down in the center of the scanner. This could be a photograph. This could be a document. All right. Show us what we're going to do here, Michael.
Well, the first thing we'll do is just scan that.
All right.
This is how you normally approach it. Simply open the scanner.
Right.
Scan it in. And once you've scanned it, there are all sorts of interesting projects you can do.
Look how quickly this scans. And you get so much software with this. The software allows you to do major manipulation. The software allows you to do major league manipulation to the photographs. You can make calendars and posters and what have you. Check this out. All right, there's the photo.
We can crop that.
Wow.
Actually, we've scanned a little more than we really want. So all we have to do is crop that. You see the little scissors there.
That's wild.
And that's the result.
Look at this. I mean, it becomes your photo album too, Michael. I mean, you can scan all your photos in here, have them on your computer. There's even software that lets you play those photos that we'll be getting to.
Yes.
Boy, this is wild. Now, once you've scanned the photo in, there's so many things you can do with this. What should we do with this one?
Well, let's try something that's very obvious. Let's try to enlarge this and make this into a poster.
So if people have a color printer, they can make a large, like a wall-size poster with it?
That's correct.
Look at this.
As you can see right now, this will show up on...
What's new in antiques?
Everyone says I'm new since I switched to Sanka brand.
Sanka brand. Enjoy your coffee and enjoy yourself.
Look who's discovered Sanka ground coffee. Ground coffee lover Mike Johnson. Tastes great. Ground coffee lover Virginia Buckland.
That's good.
Enjoy Sanka brand decaffeinated coffee, ground roasted for a rich, fresh, pert, delicious cup of coffee. So take it from real ground coffee lovers like John Russ Kelly.
That's good.
For fresh, pert flavor, discover Sanka ground coffee for yourself.
So the next week and the next week and the next week, and it just accumulating for 1 year from right now. We're going to be back here. Oh, Wilson, hard on it, but look at the equalizer. Now Wilson's coming back. He's going to tight. Come on, Neil, get tight.
Giants struggling.
Oh, but we took one out on the far side, but Wilson missed one of them. I think we're going to see these guys come back and race again.
I think that's going to be a double DQ, don't you?
I think that they will come back and go at it one more time. Wilson took out, went around the pole with finish.
Let's watch this from the roof cam, Mike. There's a unique shot, if that doesn't make it dizzy.
Oh, it does. Got a lead. Now, good turn, but he's going to take this pole out. Right there.
Meanwhile, Giant just misses a whole section.
Deal misses that pole. All right, now they turn straighten out. What's going to happen? Double disqualification. They'll come back and go again.
Yep, and they'll do it right away, too. So Neil brings the truck back around. Giant will stay.
Doesn't take, and I don't think you'll remember this, but there was a gentleman named Ohio George Montgomery that ran AA supercharged gas cars for quite some time. Had a Mustang back in the 60s that was a very fast car, and he had a Willis coupe. Well, he builds motors for D.O. Wilson, Virginia Giant out of Winchester, Virginia.
Sampson's going to go up against the Firestone Wilderness. That'll be the other pair. You know, that bye might actually cost Firestone Wilderness in the second round because he hasn't seen the track yet.
Hasn't been on the track. You got to know that he's talked to a lot of people. I still think that you're going to look at a situation where you talk all you want to. You don't realize how tight that course is till you get out there on it.
Festival!
The Fraggles celebrate Christmas. A holiday special.
Listen.
The Bells of Fraggle Rock, Thursday night.
Eric Melling, Bob McEwen, Hannah Gartner, Sheila McVicker, The Fifth Estate, tonight.
Funny car style Jeeps we've seen so far. A beautiful machine you see in the near lane called Insanity. It's got a 460 cubic inch fuel injected, nitrous oxide injected Chevrolet. And the Insanity Jeep funny car leaves beautifully obvious problems for Tim Hall in the far lane. And he finally makes it across the finish line, but he is shaking his head. He knew he had problems. Let's take a look, however, at Acker's run. in the Insanity machine. Beautiful launch, although he didn't get up on the mud as quickly as he wanted. Still, that is the quickest run we've ever seen Acker make, Shelley, 2.20 seconds. Good stop down in the shutdown area as the machine never got crossed up or anything, and there you see a dejected Tim Hall. A little bit of smoke coming out of the fuel injector there might indicate that the car backfired somewhere at mid-track. We saw him have to get completely in and out of the throttle, but Tim Hall had some kind of problem. Don't really know what at this point. But I'll tell you, let's take a look at the slow motion replay. It may have been an ignition problem. I don't think it was the transmission. There you see the thing just run out of power.
I don't see it blowing any smoke anywhere, and he's kind of gussing it through there.
Well, he got back in the throttle to record a 4.65 second elapsed time. There you see a pop that may have caused an ignition problem. Now a lot of smoke out of the valve cover gasket area. And the machine's still under power. Oh, there's the big explosion. Obviously, a hung intake valve that caused some of the lit fuel combustion charge to go back up through the injector. And that's a pretty graphic example of what bad timing looks like in slow motion right there.
But it still could qualify for something, though, because some people don't make it all the way through, and you just have to measure the distance that they did accomplish.
That's true, but at 4.65 seconds, it's going to be interesting to see if that holds for anything. Here's Mike Camella, the longtime Northern Ohio racer with his Chevrolet pickup called Bonkers. And here's a machine that is one of the quickest and fastest full-bodied Chevrolet trucks we've ever seen. The beautiful short and sweet Chevy of Dan Myers. I'll tell you, Myers' machine has always been one of the toughest, but we just saw David Ray's Ford go 2.15 seconds. That is currently number 2 behind world champion Tom Martin's 2-second flat run. There you see Camilla in the Bonkers machine leaving first, but look at the Chevrolet marching past in the top end area. And I'll tell you what, even...
Back to bed, do yourself a favor and crunch all you want. We'll make more tomorrow.
For over 50 years, Ford's built fuel-efficient cars for the roads of Europe. And now there's Escort World Car, built to take on the real world, with front-wheel drive and independent suspension designed to face the realities of life or avoid them, and Road Command that helps you cope with driving in the real world. Test drive Ford Escort World Car in your world.
Watch for Bob Hope and Dinah Shore on the Star-Spangled Chevy Show every other week, with the greatest names of stage, screen, and television as their guests. And also make a date to see the Dinah Shore Show. Both programs over another television network. Consult your local listing for time and station. This is Art Baker reminding you to visit your authorized Chevrolet dealer and to drive with care everywhere.
Create this enormous 54-foot tall helium balloon inspired by his small 1985 polished stainless steel sculpture of a child's inflatable bunny. Coon's Rabbit is second in a series of Macy's parade balloons created by well-known American artists.
You know, guys, it's a little ironic that this balloon created by a serious artist is actually one of the most whimsical things in the sky today. And the people at Macy's told me the biggest challenge in making this balloon was actually recreating the shiny finish of Coon's original sculpture. But I think they did a great job. It looks beautiful.
Making their 4th appearance in Macy's Parade is the Albertville High School Aggie Band. The students and band director Curtis Buttram rehearsed 90 hours in preparation for today's performance of Oh, Susanna.
The Aggies shipped in 2,000 pieces of luggage to accommodate the over 400 people who've traveled here all the way from Alabama to cheer on their hometown band.
And there she is, Courtney Caitlin Elizabeth Champion, this year's winner of the Bob Hope Band Scholarship Award. Every year, the Bob Hope Legacy Foundation bestows this award to a marching band student who reflects the values of musicianship, humor, patriotism, and community service that Bob Hope himself exemplified so consistently. So congratulations to Courtney for living up to her last name.
Congratulations to her.
And bringing attention to the endangered status of the rhinoceros, Echo Unlimited presents Expedition to the Top of Rhino Mountain.
Carefully trekking up and rappelling down the side.
Starbucks double shot espresso drink. Bring on the day.
Runco presents Star Time, a fabulous collection of the year's biggest hits. Giant hits by Peaches and Herb. Gloria Gaynor's million seller. The great hit by Blondie. Superstar Barry Manilow, plus hits by Arpeggio, England Dan and John Ford Coley, Nigel Olsson, and more. There's Gino Vanelli's great song. And Eddie Money, plus Bob Welch, Instant Funk, Cheap Trick, and still more. There's Cheryl Lynn and the Giant Hit by Amy Stewart. It's Star Time.
Their lives were a constant battle. Love, honor, and revenge are all they know. Now, they will meet and their destinies will be revealed. And soon you will know the passion of Soul Calibur. Coming to a Dreamcast near you.
Man, she's off the hook. Oh, perfect.
Soul Calibur on Sega Dreamcast. It's thinking.
Trying to tell me that the voodoo priest could cure Mrs. Holland? Better doctors. Dambala, this woman is ill.
This is the ceremony of voodoo death, a ceremony that seeks the life of the woman who lives forever, who walks with the dead.
My very latest cut! If you don't want to hear your buns go crack, if you don't want a fragile galactic flat, if you want to stop the lemmings on the suicide run, or Blitz T2 with his menacing gun. If you're going to beat 6 menacing guns, you need a lot more power and brains. If you want to be a Sega nut, get inside my 2-stroke nut. To be this good, take Sega, boy.
Mom, how do you know who to send Christmas cards to?
Well, there's the people you love.
Like Grandma.
My grandma. And there's friends that you miss.
How about new friends?
Sure, that's especially nice.
I have someone I want to send a Christmas card to, okay? Okay.
This Christmas, the people you love would love to hear from you. Don't forget them. Give Hallmark Christmas cards when you care enough to send the very best.
This is my mom. Another perfect holiday. I was 7 and Mom was amazing. She always knew to make Chex Party Mix. The good stuff, all seasoned and toasted fresh from the oven. I ate it with both hands. So did my uncle. You know what's great about the holidays now? It's my turn to be Mom.
Off tomorrow on AM.
Fourth quarter in a game that's so very important to both these ball clubs, the Seattle Seahawks and the 49ers. They're both 6-5. Seattle, of course, in the AFC Western Division. With a victory tonight, they will move to within 1. Both the Raiders and the Denver Broncos, they lead the AFC West. And Seattle has remaining on their schedule a game with both Denver and the Raiders. So they are in a bit of control of their own destiny. On first down, Seattle goes on a quick count. And Craig gets the ball into Charlie Young, but he doesn't handle it. It's incomplete. 49ers, in contrast to Seattle in the NFC West, they are going to need some help. The Rams lead the NFC West 9-3, even though the 49ers gave them their first defeat of the season, the Los Angeles Rams. But even with a win tonight, the 49ers would move to 7-5. They'd still be 2 games behind the Rams, and even though they play them on December the 9th in a game that will bring you, they will still be looking for some help from their friends. They can't help themselves considerably with their schedule as far as wild card teams are concerned. Later in the season, they play both Washington and Dallas. Second down and 10. Largent single coverage again, and Craig underthrows. Bad pass by young Dave that time. He just didn't get the ball up and out. Never had his feet set. He had plenty of time to get some velocity on the ball, to set his feet to get the velocity on the ball, but just didn't do it. Boy, it's interesting, though, to see Eric Wright. He was laying way off Steve Largent at that time. He's still remembering a few moments ago when Largent spun him around like a top. 3rd down and 10. Paul Scansey comes in. Byron Walker. Scansey 82, Walker 89. 2 extra wide receivers for the Seahawks.
Nothing to be ashamed of. This guy, this was his night.
Yeah, his truck was just working real good on this track. Our transmission went out that run.
I'll tell you what, both of you guys got a lot to be proud of. You're going to make a good old phone call back to Texas, and they're going to be doing the old Texas two-step in your favor tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you, Army.
The celebration will also be... Well, USA 1 has been put back together since that wild ride and since a subsequent crash in New York City a week later with Tough Enough. USA 1 is looking good tonight. Here he'll race Awesome Kong and Fanatic in the quarterfinal round.
Keep an eye on Awesome Kong. He'll be close to the camera going against one now. Fanatic moves on him. At half track, it looks good. Wilkie starts to leg it out a little bit. Awesome Kong goes back. And again, I can't tell. They're going to the wall again, Scott.
Well, they almost collided at the end of the track. And one other thing to notice. First time run for the Fanatic. The lady, Arlene Ed, might not have quite as much truck as the others, but she is backing off not one little bit.
No, you'll notice on the replay, she ran with them over the first set of cars. Now is when horsepower takes over. You got a Yankee engine and a Jasmer engine. What can I say? You got a whole lot of horsepower in an awfully close race.
Steve Wilkie, USA 1, popping out of the truck, getting a victory, and as always, he's pumped up. Army's ready for it. Let's go to that interview now.
Well, it kind of looks like the USA 1 of old. Steve, you got this thing on the roll tonight.
I'll tell you what, Army, 220 feet and a lot of shutdown. I'm using every square inch of the shutdown, but that's why we're running fast. Again, True Value Chevrolet, all the people putting on these events at techtv Motorsports, I love it.
That guy says it all, doesn't he? Steve Wilkie, USA 1. He's intense.
Dr. Mario, wow! But it ain't what you think. You get to zap these viruses, and with 2 players, you can actually trash the other guy. Remember, kids, try this at home.
Collect Nintendo points from these specially marked products for up to $30 cash back.
Myself, what else can this guy really do to survive since society has turned its back on him and he has no resources? The basic plot idea in Life Stinks is similar to the 1941 Preston Sturges film Sullivan's Travels, which starred Joel McCrea as a Hollywood director who becomes a bum to see how the other half lives. The big difference between then and now is that life on the streets has gotten worse, not better.
Well, I didn't laugh that much very much in this picture, Roger. That's one criticism that I have. There was one great joke though, where at the end, one of the homeless guys, where they're being displaced, says they forced us to live in crap, and now they're taking the crap away, which I thought was a real good essential line. But other than that, I didn't have any big laughs in the film. And I'm going to use your other test now of the windshield wiper, because I use that test in judging movies a lot. Social commentary films. When I leave the theater, does my behavior change? Even for like a half an hour or so after the theater, do I notice, if it's about a minority group, do I notice them differently? Coincidentally, after I saw this picture the first time, I did see a homeless person walk by me, and I would have thought that I would have given them money, because I do that from time to time. I didn't. And I was surprised, and I thought, you know, I knew I didn't like the picture that much, and it didn't even cause me to do that. So that's a little
Well, let
printout.
me respond to that, because one interesting sequence in this movie involves this guy standing there with no money in his pockets, and he's hungry, and he needs to make money. Now, what can he do? He can wash a windshield. He can do a little song and dance on the sidewalk.
I think that if you put a very smart person, like a guy who could make $6 billion, or clever in that way, out on the streets, I think his behavior would be different. In other words, I don't think they wrote a smart enough script.
So
I think
you'd do better if you had to spend 30 days living on the streets.
I would hope I would. I probably, you know what? I do either better or I do a lot worse. And you see, I think he stayed in the comic middle, a kind of, you know, routine, old-fashioned comedy middle, and didn't challenge the real exciting possibilities of that situation today.
Okay, coming up next, a look at the early days of the thugs who founded America's Mafia. Christian Slater and...
Burger King introduces the new Hickory Bacon Cheddar Burger. Flame broiled beef, topped with smoked cheddar cheese, 3 strips of sizzling bacon, onions, and creamy barbecue sauce. Get a single for 99 cents, a double for $1.49, a triple $1.99. The new Hickory Bacon Cheddar Burger. Have it your way, only at Burger King. Now for a limited time.
Here we go. Foot massage. Okay. Oh. Yeah, those never last long enough.
Great cheese comes from happy cows. Happy cows come from California. Real California cheese.
Introducing the Cream Team. New creamy tasting marshmallow bits for a richer, creamier chocolatey taste. New extreme cream Oreo O's. Part of this good breakfast. Give it up for the Cream Team.
Mom, can I have this, please?
You can collect all 10 Major League Baseball bobblehead dolls. One free in each marked box of these Post cereals.
We have an excellent selection of both tropical and marine fish.
Fish?
Our customers aren't the only ones talking at Animal Crackers Pet Centers.
Casey Foundation, the Rockefeller Foundation, the Joyce Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by viewers like you. Corporate funding is provided by Mutual of America, building America's future.
Secret. My winning chicken's made with Lipton Recipe Secret's new golden herb with lemon. A perfect blend of herbs and lemon. So yummy. Only the ribbons left.
Lipton Recipe Secret Soup Mix, the secret worth passing around.
It's really in your best interest to send in some cash. The human mind can't handle the amount of comedy I'm about to throw at you. Can't handle it!
It's what you coming to your picture screen. Technicolor magazine. I bet you that you've ever seen. It's what you want, what you want. Sugar melting in your mouth. Feeling like you're freaking out. You got me on your mind. Now it's what you want, what you want. It's what you want, it's what you want.
The Chrysler PT Cruiser. The world's never seen anything like it.
Figures in history are not bad men. They're bad kids. Comedy Central's bringing you 5 weeks of the most notorious South Parks of all time. Oh my God! They went too far, pissed off too many, and made television history. Cringe.
Oh, Jesus, are you kidding me?
Which episodes were the best at being the worst? Find out. Starting next Wednesday night at 10, only on Comedy Central.
You want to know what I think? What? Hey, I'm on hold. So I snag a box of my own and crunch into this incredible combo of peanut butter and chocolate each taste.
And Reese's Puffs are part of a good breakfast.
Reese's Puffs. It's Reese's. Hello. For breakfast.
There he is, the grave digger from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Certainly the most popular monster truck in the world. But Army Armstrong this year, not necessarily the most successful. He has struggled and struggled badly on our most recent program.
You know, in the interview I did do with Wychoric, he mentioned the word air out the truck. The Gravedigger airs his out just coming out of the trailer. That guy just goes hard all the time. This could literally be a very... Over now! Now everybody over again! Nick, 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 Nick.
Hi, I'm Richie Rich.
He's the world's richest kid, and today he's taking over Nickelodeon.
And I'm going to show Nicktoons and nothing but Nicktoons.
How very nice for you.
8 great straight hours of Rugrats.
Splendid selection.
Life is good.
Sublime.
On the only network run by kids.
Nickelodeon.
Jamal Charles, look at the cuts. Losing balance right there, but still getting to the second level of the defense. Right now, the Chiefs are on the move, both running and throwing the football. Kevin.
How about that offensive line and some of the blocking?
It's all about balance. It's what Andy Reid told us when we spoke with him yesterday. The first opening drive touchdown in their last 15 games. Only one.
From the 15. Charles looking for some help, and Kerrigan wraps him up with no gain on the play. They stay at the Redskin 15 in the game-opening drive.
Well, that 3-4 defensive front played this one real nicely. Look at the top. Ryan Orakpo doesn't get hooked in that zone blocking scheme. That's where you succeed in your run defense. We said this defense has given up a league-high 17 rushing touchdowns. That's Ryan Kerrigan and Ryan Orakpo. If they can set the edge today and not allow Jamal Charles to bounce it outside, they stand a good chance of keeping him hemmed in.
5 defensive backs. They bring in Biggers. The Redskins take out Jarvis Jenkins. 2nd down and 10. Stevens in the block at the left tackle. That is coughed up. It is incomplete with a big stick by Riley on a pass intended for Bo.
Perry Riley Jr. comes over and separates Dwayne Bowe from the ball. Watch. Ball hits Bowe in the chest. He's got to possess it. But then right there, you can see it was starting to come loose. And the Chiefs are lucky that ball didn't fly in the hands of one of the Redskins' defender after Perry Riley Jr. delivered the blow.
Fisher is starting at that right tackle today for Kansas City, the #1 overall pick in the NFL most recent draft. 4th down and 10. And out of the reach of Charles with the coverage on the play by Bakari Rambo, the rookie out of Georgia. So it's 4th down. They'll have to settle for 3, and the Redskins keep him out of the end zone.
Oh, the Redskins got to be celebrating because they come into today's game with the last-ranked red zone defense, and they're able to keep the Chiefs out of the end zone, who've been really good at scoring once they get inside the red zone. Ryan Suckup, 20 of 23 field goals along of 51. This should be a chip shot.
Mom, Nabisco Cookies has a winning offer just for you and your kids.
Oreos, Chips Ahoy! Whoa! Cool!
Nabisco gives your kids a chance to go on an amazing journey through classic literature with the 20th Century Fox movie, The Pagemaster. You and your kids could win one of 1 million Pagemaster t-shirts.
What's going on?
Look inside the package to see if you've won a free t-shirt from
Nabisco.
Hi, Mrs. Rossi. I'm here about the weekend job.
What do you want here?
They started out as strangers.
Our destination is New York City.
I'm just gonna have to turn right around and come back.
But before the weekend's over...
Yeah.
She's not bad.
True bingo. Boys alive.
They're going to feel like family.
I don't know whether we shoot you or adopt you.
It's not much of a choice, is it, sir?
Al Pacino.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Scent of a Woman. Rated R. Now in select areas Friday, January 8th, everywhere.
Can't you see it's so high above the knee? But I'm growing, Mommy. You play basketball, don't come when I go. But I'm growing, Mommy. You put Doggy up so high, can you please tell me why? But I'm growing, Mommy.
Complan has all the 23 vital foods, including milk protein, that growing children need.
I'm a Complan girl. I'm a Complan boy.
Complan. Complete bland food in a variety of yummy flavors.
Tepid, barely warm. So do you want to kill the yeast? 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Stir that into your batter. And then 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and then Add flour, 3 cups at first, whip that for a while, about 10 minutes, and then add the additional 2 cups. Knead that for a time until the dough becomes elastic and wonderful, and then punch it down. Let it rise once, punch it down, let it rise a second time, punch it down and put it in the pans. Let it rise in the pans, and then put it in the oven. 400 degrees, about 30 minutes, and what you have...
Guilty. Not guilty. 6 votes guilty, 6 votes not guilty.
It
could go on all day.
Pass out the right guard deodorant.
Good.
We got stick or spray. With right guard, stick or spray protects all day. They don't just cover up odor, they help stop odor before it starts. All day. 6 took stick, 6 took spray. It's unanimous.
Right guard deodorant. Don't get dressed without it.
What? No dip?
For a really great Halloween, pick up tons of Pepsi and Doritos.
Life is too precious not to protect.
No one pays you back like CVS Pharmacy. Hurry in now and get your extra bucks. Extra Care members received over $1.8 billion in rewards and savings just last year. CVS Pharmacy pays you back. And these days, everyone could use a few extra bucks. Make sure you get your extra bucks today. CVS Pharmacy, for all the ways you care.
At this point in her career, can do no wrong. Robert Redford does better. I liked him better here than I have in a long time.
He is as loose as a goose in some of these scenes, and maybe you have to credit Reitman for that, who deals with Bill Murray a lot of time in his comedies, because he also did Meatball and Stripes. So give him credit for that. Redford, I hope he is encouraged to go back to romantic comedy like he does here. Did it in Barefoot in the Park 2 decades ago. Butch Cassidy was sort of a male romantic comedy.
This thing was even a comedy. I think Redford, I like Redford better in comedy than when he plays Noble. I don't like, you know.
It gets too stiff.
Right. But as far as the movie is concerned, you're right. It's an overloaded, confused, too violent mess.
You got it. Next at the movies, the director of Purple Rain with Prince makes a movie about a champion bunch of gymnasts.
At least I've got a job. You got nothing! Just like
gymnasts competing in the U.S. Olympic trials. If you were listening a second ago, you heard Gene describe it as the new movie by Albert Magnoli, who directed Prince in Purple Rain, which we both thought was a great movie, but maybe Prince had something to do with it, because what's amazing is that Magnoli, the same man who could make a movie as good as Purple Rain, could then turn around and make a movie as bad as American Anthem, and I'm telling you, this movie is as bad as any movie I have seen in 1986, and if I had years on my clock here, on my wristwatch, I think I would probably have to go back to 1984 to find a movie so inept that even the gymnastic scenes themselves aren't interesting, even as sport. Even if you're interested in gymnastics, I bet the cast was bored at the cast screening of this movie. It's a collection of standard cliches. The rebellious kid who makes a comeback, the girl who realizes her potential by ignoring the coach's instructions and playing her cassette of music instead of his, and then the heroic girl athlete who competes with an injured knee. Will she be able to complete that stunt without breaking her knee again? Here's a typical scene starring Janet Jones.
You're not naive enough to think we're living in a democracy, are you, buddy? It's the free market. And you're part of it. Yeah. You got that killer instinct.
Charlie Sheen is a young financial hustler, and Michael Douglas is the crooked wheeler dealer who takes him under his wing in Wall Street, one of 4 new movies that we're going to be reviewing this week. I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune. Wall Street is the eagerly awaited new film by Oliver Stone, the creator of last year's Oscar-winning film Platoon. Wall Street, however, is not in the same league with that great film, partially because we all know thanks to the recent stock market collapse, a little bit about Wall Street, more than we knew about the reality of Vietnam. Also, the story of Wall Street is rather predictable. Charlie Sheen stars as a young stockbroker from a working-class family who is trying to strike it rich by landing as one of his clients a slimy, coarse, multimillionaire wheeler-dealer named Gordon Gekko, a lizard name, played by Michael Douglas.
You wonder why fund managers can't beat the S&P 500? Because they're sheep. And sheep get slaughtered. I've been in this business since '69. Most of these Harvard MBA types, they don't add up to dogmen. Give me guys that are poor, smart, and hungry.
Now, I know you girls don't like me, but how'd you like a nice plate of deep-fried chicken? We're stopping the competition. We're giving them the boot. Don't be caught with egg between your toes. Whoa! Hey, Rube!
You girls done trussed him up right pretty. Now all we gotta do is take him to the proper authorities.
Well, what have we here?
I got you all a ghostly villain.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Well, now, I wouldn't be too sure about that.
Don't that beat all?
What?
Oh, yeah? Well, how about this? Well, that was easy, but that's about enough of this. Now, where'd them chickens go?
5 eggs whipped up and goes over the garlic soup. And this goes into a 400-degree oven for about 10 minutes. And that will allow us time to arrange our buffet and talk a little bit more about wine. But I'll make the broth for you in a second, I promise. I know I've promised you things before and then we run out of time and I don't do it. I'm sorry, but today we will. Oh. Okay. Now in a moment that will puff up and we'll have a lovely soup. Let me show you how to make it. You want to fry about 6 to 8 cloves of garlic in olive oil. A little bit of olive oil, maybe 1/3 of a cup. And then into the pan you add 6 slices of bread. See, I'm starting from scratch here because I didn't have enough frying pans around here today. You fry wheat bread. I have 6 slices that I've fried in the olive oil. I'm going to break them up. Break up the pieces of fried bread into the pan, and the bread, of course, will become very thick, and the garlic is very delicious. It'll have a wheaty, garlicky flavor. And this is, of course, it's peasant food. You were good to notice. It comes from the hills. Actually, it's a Basque dish. The Bascos live up in the hills of Spain. Wonderful food. They make lots of paellas and lots and lots of garlic in their food. Wonderful people. And wonderful music. The Basque are kind of the hill people of Spain. One piece I missed. Good heavens, Smith. Now we're going to put in the soup stock. And that's about 6 cups of soup stock we want to our bread that we fried, our whole wheat bread, 6 slices, we fried in olive oil and lots of garlic, as much as you can possibly take, because it's going to cook down. So let's find my measuring cup is a 4-cupper here, so it's easy for me to do this. All right. Wow. I love
Biohazard.
Clear!
次世代バイオハザードコードベロニカカプコン
はい、オイラはアフロさんだ。ドリームキャストからとってもクレイジーなボクシングゲームがお出ましたぜ。ゴリラもお姉ちゃんもファンキーなとっつぁんもみんなまとめてかかってみな。買ってちょ。
its home interactive system and the Sega Taz Escape from Mars video game.
Taz favorite.
Plus, others win their choice of a Sega Taz Escape from Mars game cartridge. To enter, send a postcard with your name and address to Taz 5 Days Video Craze, P.O. Box 1129, Los Angeles 90078. Hurry! Entries must be in by September 15th.
Suddenly, the sky is a little clearer. The water is a little bluer. The road's a little bumpier. The jumps are harder. The level's deeper. The character's smarter. The sound is hotter. The graphics cooler. The secret's darker. The danger's fiercer. The challenge a whole lot tougher.
Mikado, la petite faiblesse qui vous perdra.
They say the secret to success is to pick one thing and give it your all. But the more things I do, the better I get at everything.
Introducing new Olay Complete Radiance, a foundation that does as much as you do, with lightweight coverage, Olay moisture, UV protection, and oil-absorbing powder, all in one for a radiant finish.
A mom, a wife, an editor. Who says you can't have it all?
Also try Complete Radiance Compact Foundation.
Oscar winner Gwyneth Paltrow. The country can't wait.
Thank you so much.
For the CMA Awards, live Wednesday, November 10th.
Hosted by Brad Paisley.
And Carrie Underwood. On ABC.
Hey, babe.
Oh, hi, honey. So I went to the doctor today, then picked up a few extra things for the baby.
Oh, boy.
I used our Slate card with Blueprint. We can design our own plan to avoid interest by paying off diapers and things each month. And for the bigger stuff, we can pay down our balance faster to save money on interest.
Bigger?
Bigger.
1, 2, 3.
Slate from Chase gives you extraordinary control over how you pay for life's surprises.
Triplets.
Slate customers pay down their balances twice as fast with Blueprint.
Mountain Dew Kickstart with 2 new flavors that taste good.
Got a dirty job to do? Cheer with Color Guard Bleach will knock it out cold. Dirt goes, color stays.
The JCPenney Wardrobe Sale. It's our way of showing you we have more than one strong suit. Because you'll save 25% on women's suits, dresses, and accessories. And of course, separates that come on strong. And men, you'll save on many prominent names like Stafford, Hager, and more. Power ties and shirts also make a statement. Our strong suits go on and on. But the wardrobe sale doesn't. See your local paper.
Here's Aaron Tippin for Cool Country of the Wild Wild West.
Be on the lookout for my brand new RCA album, The Call of the Wild. And for the best in the West, keep it right here on the Family Channel. Because if you're looking for me on a Saturday, I'll be in the Wild Wild West.
Presents The Platters.
Oh, yes, it's the holiday season.
A medley of party platters to go.
Heavenly taste of shrimp and crab claws. It's party time.
Call Red Lobster for party platters to go.
And there's no getting over that rainbow. When the smallest of dreams won't come true. I can't take all the madness the world
That's better. That's deadly.
El servicio celular de Pablo lo ha sangrado tanto que ya ni se da cuenta. Por eso quiero que cambie a Bus Móvil. Ahí el precio que te dan es real. $50 al mes y ya. Sin límites, sin esconderte cargos, sin contratos y sin chuparte la sangre.
Shopping for the people you love. Grossmont Center has the gifts you'll love to give at the stores where you love to shop.
This Christmas, give something comfy and fun from What's Up. We've got bear feet, pig feet, goofy feet, trendy feet, married feet, family feet, fun feet. Just part of the excitement this Christmas at What's Up, contemporary paper and giftware.
The perfect gifts are waiting for you at 140 specialty shops and 4 major department stores at Grossmont Center.
Así que quieres ser millonaria.
¿Quién? ¿Yo millonaria? ¿Cómo?
Con el $1,000,000 completito que puede usted sacarse en cada uno de los sorteos de las millonarias de Café Oro.
$1,000,000? ¿Miles de pesos?
Ajá.
Con $1,000,000 puedo comprar un elefante para ir al mercado, una isla para mis vacaciones y desayunar con champaña y caviar. $1,000,000 enterito para mí solo.
Of course, my mind raced ahead of it, but I wonder about the kids it was made for. I suspect they'll cheer. And I did hear cheering when I saw it.
That may be so. I didn't cheer. I actually thought that Disney made a better picture a few years ago called White Fang, which is also about the North and about dogs and about dog sleds, and it was better photographed, too. This film is awfully predictable, and you know, although I can imagine that a young kid, especially maybe a young boy, might enjoy it.
That's what I was thinking.
It just really didn't try to be anything more than that.
I thought that maybe with some of the outdoor shots of the actual sled work and with the dog, that was the element of the picture I liked.
Yeah, but even there they used the wide-angle lens to make it look like the sled is going so much faster than it really is.
Sometimes
gimmicks like that.
Well, sometimes I thought that some of that stunt work I thought was very real, and I thought they were going very fast. That's the way I read it. Coming up next, a new movie making its debut this week at the Sundance Film Festival, a documentary about would-be basketball stars trying to make it from the rough neighborhoods of Chicago. Hoop Dreams is next. Sundance Film Festival, a premier showcase for independent films, the movie world will be discovering a very special documentary called Hoop Dreams, which follows 2 inner-city Chicago youngsters on their quest for basketball stardom. A most ambitious project. The Hoop Dreams production team follows the boys for 5 years, from their freshman year in high school through their freshman year in college. And what a story we get. Here we first meet young William Gates as he is sent off from his home in the projects to a mostly white middle-class suburban Catholic high school that specializes in recruiting black basketball stars.
He asked me, do I want to be a great player? And I keep saying, yeah. He said, for 4 years, I'm going to be on you every day. So he said, you might as well get used to it now.
Elsewhere in town, young Arthur Agee also attends St. Joseph's, but when his parents can't come up with his partial tuition money for the school, he ends up playing for his neighborhood high school team.
If he was going out there and he was playing like they had predicted him to play, he wouldn't be.
I just found out Capri Sun comes in a drink mix, which is great because my kids absolutely inhale Capri Sun in the pouch. Now we can make it by the gallon, and it's all natural, which I appreciate. Especially as the pictures disappear.
New Capri Sun All Natural Drink Mix. Unlimited liquid cool.
My Son, a virtual no-show for family dinners. But on Ortega night, zap, he's here. Nobody wants to miss tacos with crispy Ortega taco shells. Now that's a megabyte. Ortega, it's the family recipe.
Having a little party tonight. I plan to serve Hillshire Farm Little Smokies. Delectable little morsels. Great for parties, great anytime. A little barbecue sauce, and it's snack time. Perfect. They're gonna love these. I better get busy. We're gonna go through a lot of toothpicks.
Little Smokies, the perfect little snack from Hillshire Farm.
And look, the perfect little snack in a perfect little package. Little Link Snackers from Hillshire Farm.
Uncommon hair care with vitamin-filled microcells that burst forth as you massage them in. New Breck releases fresh moisture, nourishing your...
No, you must feel the music. Feel the music.
Give me a break.
Whoa, give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
In the city, a lot of trouble.
Hi, darling.
What's the matter with you?
Beach by Arctic Ocean. Music by Metallica and Hole. Light Show by Mother Nature. And Ice by Molson. Molson Ice. The Molson Ice Polar Beach Party. Labor Day weekend 1995. Also appearing, Veruca Salt and Moist. Tuktoyaktuk, Arctic Canada. Get up there.
Science this Saturday afternoon with 3 full hours of Dexter's Laboratory, starting at 3 on Cartoon Network.
On December 7, 1941, America is forced into World War II. Cartoons of the day go to great lengths to accurately portray the seriousness of the conflict. Toonheads takes a look at the wartime cartoons. Sunday night at 10 on Cartoon Network.
The time is now 4 p.m. Hello.
Okay.
Time to check the map. I met a young group practicing the traditional Zapim dance. Then went by an area lined with car wash stands and auto service shops. Crashed a wedding, and now I'm here. This looks like a residential area. The houses here are all quite large. Oh no! Look at that smoke! Huh? What? Is that house over there on fire? Oh no! This house is on fire! What should I do? There's so much smoke! Oh no! Oh, there's someone there. Excuse me, you're in danger. Are you all right? Have you already called for a fire truck?
Kebakaran. Saya panggil ini untuk buat fogging untuk nyamuk Aedes.
Huh? So this isn't a fire?
Bukan. Ini untuk semburan nyamuk Aedes. Ya.
Oh, this smoke is pesticide?
Rumah saya yang panggil diorang untuk buat fogging.
Oh, now I understand. But this sure is a lot of pesticide. Is it all right to spray that much? Huh? There's someone there. Oh, he's the one spraying the pesticide. With all this smoke, don't other people mistake it for a fire?
So far tak ada. Sebab orang kat sini tahu. Orang sini tahu.
Forward to and no one to look up to.
At first you think Pump Up the Volume is going to be another one of those movies about heroic kids and stupid grown-ups, all cliches, and then you realize this is a movie that has some thought and some feeling behind it. The movie is written and directed by Alan Moyle, a Canadian who made movies like Montreal, Maine, and that film Times Square we saw a few years ago. And what he's doing here is essentially making a fantasy. You can't really accept this movie on a realistic level because it's impossible to believe, to me anyway, that no one would ever recognize this voice, including the kid's own father, when they hear it on the radio. But nevertheless, as a fantasy, I think it really works because his complaints are so genuine. He really is disaffected, and he doesn't just express it in cliches, he expresses it in real, interesting ideas.
Well, the writing is very well done. I mean, it is a story that has been told before, particularly the complaint that the suburbs of America or North America are arid and alienating for kids, as if their own adolescence wasn't alienating enough to begin with. And it has all of that going for it, but it is written so well and played so well by Christian Slater that I bought the character. I thought in one shot, I may be wrong, I thought that they had a thing where he altered his voice a little bit, some mechanical thing that so they wouldn't get the parents.
He plays around with that a little bit, but nevertheless. But when we hear the voice in movie, it sounds like Christian Slater's voice.
I bought the story that it could happen. Yeah, and it intrigued me. In fact, the whole idea of a pirate radio thing as for kids, I enjoyed. I think if it inspires some imitation, it might be kind of healthy. This is what interests me, though, about this movie, and that is, I also was a big fan of talk radio, the Oliver Stone picture with Eric Bogosian and all this. I think there's something about radio that is inherently dramatic when it's shown on film, and a radio performer, something that's dangerous and interesting to shoot, although you wouldn't think it would be.
It's a way to get inside somebody's head because he's getting inside yours. This Christian Slater, by the way, also starred in Heathers, and I think he's an actor to keep an eye on. Okay, up next, two new movies, Steve Martin in My Blue Heaven, Angelica Houston in The Witches.
I bet 50% of you duelers out there love a good duel. Well, rejoice, because in this game, you can shoot people who are standing around waiting to be shot. I still don't really understand how it works, but I win a lot. The nicest aspect of Red Dead Revolver is that it throws a lot of different scenarios at you, like shooting in an old place, shooting on a moving train, shooting at nighttime, shooting homicidal clowns in arid setting. Now, the bad. Enemies aren't smart. They just kind of come at you and you shoot them. Apparently mean people in the West could take a frightening amount of damage before acknowledging death. Maybe it is all the opium, but I know it's so the game offers a challenge, but it does look funny. Fat people run faster than you. And don't tell me that's gravity. The camera also plays an unfortunate role. The player has full control over it, which sounds nice, but it moves like a handicapped bear in a tub of molasses. The areas you play in are typically small and the camera's in tight. Enemies come at you from all sides, making it very difficult to know where trouble's at until someone shoots you. Maybe if they said howdy varmint or something, that would help. Also, despite the attempt at variety, the gameplay loses its spark pretty quickly. Most challenges just involve shooting dusty people. And now, the ugly. While the game isn't as ugly as a baboon's ass, it does lack the color and curiosity of that particular primate's butt. Apparently, all game designers think that old things looked old even when they were new. And this lady scares me.
Good day to you, stranger.
Are those jowls, or did she paint a mustache on herself using cigar ash? The biggest regret about Red Dead Revolver is that it could have been great. It needed a lot more work, but as it is, it's playable, not enjoyable. A 2 out of 5. So, this game was originally developed by Capcom, who...
New steak double dia. 2 helpings of juicy marinated steak inside of a cheesy quesadilla with a side of chips and salsa. Unbox it only at Taco Bell.
When I want to climb a mountain, I lift my feet. When I want to see a river, I open my eyes. When I want to hear surf,